Well, good evening, all of you wonderful people out there in the world. It's so good to see you, and thank you for coming in. If you guys are going to wind up catching this on the replay, which I always appreciate you guys doing, make sure you go to our channel, just watch a video, then like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. That's the right way to do it. That's the best way you guys can help us grow, besides donating money to our channel. And we appreciate everybody that does that, let me tell you. I hope everybody's having a beautiful night. I hope they're having a beautiful night. Thumbs up already. Thank you for that. Ooh, you people are wonderful for giving me a thumbs up. Oh, man. It's a cold, rainy day where we are. I mean, they thought we were going to get a nice storm coming up, but it doesn't quite look like we're going to get a nice storm. I don't think any of that's going to happen. That's okay, though, right? Nobody wants a nice storm. I got to get set up here. And then we're going to make sure I got something to drink. 2 people watching. Thank you for that. How are you guys tonight? Thank you for the thumbs up. Got to make sure, double checking the dogs. Make sure they got food. We're going to sit down so I don't drive you crazy walking around the house here in a minute. Tim's in the house. Good evening, Tim. How are you, man? How are things going for you? It's cold here, Tim. Be glad you're there and not here. That's all I can say. Be glad you're there and not here, man. Let me get the camera set up here so I don't drive you guys crazy walking around the house. Been doing laundry today. Trying to get some things done. Well, Tim, I was, sick myself. I knew we hadn't seen you, so I figured you were either really busy or just not under the weather. Because I know we hadn't seen you, and I was telling Lorelai that. I asked Lorelai if she's seen you on one of her live streams, and she said no. But I'll tell you, I was sick, sickish, not real bad like, you. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week. So I didn't do any live streams. I just kind of laid back and didn't really do anything. So I got feeling a little bit more energetic. But for me, I get so sick. Well, I should have got my battery pack. That's what I was supposed to do, Tim, get my battery pack. Or I'll take you guys with me. But the weather, this cold weather really kicks my butt. That's why I hate it. Because, I get sick easily in the cold. You even canceled your doctor's appointment because you were so sick? Damn. So what do you think was wrong with you? Like the flu? You didn't have one of the Chinese flu or whatever? Did you? We have, we've had a lot of people out with the COVID and some other flu strains around here. A lot of people. Been a lot of people sick with the flu and stuff, and we've gotten to the point this winter that Lorelai's not even going to any parties or get-togethers because we're a little worried about getting sick, and she's kind of worried about bringing something home, which may cause me to be greatly ill and could send me to the hospital because of my illness. So, thank you all for coming in, by the way. So that's but yeah, I haven't been, sick this winter, but I definitely have had my periods where, man, I was just, So, yeah, but winter's hard on me, I gotta admit. The change in the temperature, the barometric pressure when it comes from storms really affects me bad. What's weird is it only bothers me in the winter. When the storms and stuff come through during the summer, it doesn't bother me. But the winter months, when it happens, really kicks my butt. So, but Lorelai has decided this winter, because she was sick for a few days herself, but she decided that she's not going to be doing the parties and stuff. And she's been telling her friends, because she keeps getting invited, look, David gets sick so easily that it's best if if I don't go. And we'll wait until spring when the weather's good, right? You haven't been that sick in 6 years or longer. Oh my God, you must have been really sick. It wasn't the dengue fever, was it? Did you have dengue fever? I was lucky, I've been lucky, I've never had that. Or do you think it was just the flu, or? All right, there's the blanket. My dog was giving me the stink eye because I didn't give him the blanket. What? I gave you the blanket. Sit down. So you're feeling better now, I'm assuming. I hope you keep feeling better. Not dengue fever? All right. I've talked to some people that have had it, and they said it's just absolutely miserable. And I tried to study on it a little bit myself years ago, but it doesn't sound like anything I would want to have either. So maybe you just had the flu. So 5 people watching in the background, thank you all for being here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, all of that good stuff. So did you take a bunch of medicine, Tim, or did you just kind of doctor yourself? I have a tendency, luckily for me, do I look like a slob today? Lucky for me, my doctors give me plenty of antibiotics and different types, so because they know I get sick so easily. They prescribe them, and I bring them home, and I have them here on stock. So if I start feeling sick, I go ahead and do, when I really feel like I need to. Okay, just a BioFlu, all right. But if you haven't had one in quite a while, if you haven't really been sick, then it can be pretty rough. It can be pretty rough getting sick. So, but here in our part of the country, man, Lorelai's work has a lot of people out all the last 2 months, and this month is starting off the same way. We appreciate everybody coming in and giving us some thumbs ups. We do indeed. But I hope you're feeling better. It sounds like you're on the way. And part of what I would say is, I know that if you haven't been sick in a long time, and then you get really, really sick, it's like an ass whooping. You know, your body is just not equipped to take that kind of beating. So, you know what I mean? Here, maybe I'll show the fish tank a little bit more. People always like to look at my fish tank. So, I think we take a bigger beating than what it is, and I think that happens because I know that's the way I am. But luckily, I keep enough prednisone or steroids and stuff going on here at the house, and all I got to do is call the doctor, and I don't even have to go in anymore. My doctors know, and if I need more drugs or this, I just call them and say what's going on, and they just send a prescription. Because all of mine happens over and over and over and over every year in the cold weather. When I'm in the Philippines for the winter, it doesn't bother me because I don't get sick. I stay warm. So for me, it's the cold, damp weather that really screws me up, my breathing and everything. But so have you returned back to going to the gym, or are you still a few days away from getting back to the gym? Leo Yang, we just started the live. We did about 5 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. Thank you for being here. Leo, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. And how are you doing, Leo? Yep, we just started. We're just talking, sitting, relaxing. You know, it's cold here. It's 33 degrees. It's raining. They're saying that we're supposed to get maybe ice tonight and then in the morning and then maybe some tomorrow night. But it's supposed to be right on that border of 32, 33. Unless it gets down below 30, I know 32 is freezing, it ain't gonna happen. Good, thank you for asking. Oh, absolutely. And thank you for being here, Leo, and say hello to Tim. Tim, say hello. Yeah, that's what I was say, Tim. If you haven't already started, maybe it's a good thing just to kind of sit back and relax. And that's something I do during the winter. I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to exercise, but I'm also trying to take a chill. So, Leo Yang, I don't like school, but I have to go to school to get smarter. Well, I'll say sometimes if you're open minded, school can make you smarter, but it's not the only way that you can become smart. The smartest people I know are self taught. Chasing Tell, hey buddy, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Everybody say hello to everybody, by the way. Chasing Tell, say hello to everybody. Pat says hello. Pat, Tim, Chasing Tell. Tim saying hello to you. Hey, Tim. Yeah, Tim's not been feeling well, so today he's feeling a little bit better, but he's been sick there in the Philippines. So good to see you guys. Tim says hello to Leo. So yeah, you know, it's still cold and miserable in America. It is. But, you know, another month it'll start getting warm, and that's a good thing for me anyway. Yeah, he said he was really, really sick, you know, and yeah, I know he's a healthy person, but you got to remember the older we get, the harder it is sometimes to deal with it. Pat, how are you doing tonight? Tim says hello to you. And Leo's in the house, Chasing Tell. How you been doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. How you been? We hope you're doing all right. Filipino Buy in the province says, good morning all. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And remember, if you're new to the channel, which I know none of you guys are, subscribe. But you got to do it the right way. We're gonna work on some things this year, this spring. You know, we're doing a fundraiser for school supplies for the Philippines. We're working on trying to build Lorelei's Facebook blog on Facebook for her. If anybody would like to follow her on Facebook, it's called Lorelei's blog, and she's trying to get to 1,000 followers. But make sure you go and watch a video, then follow her. Pat's doing good. Ian living in the Philippines. Good morning from the Philippines. Andy Thomas says, good. How are you, Andy? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Filipina, hello. Hi, Tim, Ian, everybody saying hello. That's good. If you haven't subscribed to each other, please do. One thing I always encourage everybody to do is subscribe to each other and help out. There's the Scotty B Show in the house. We have made the big time now. Chasing Tail says, freezing my butt off. It's been in the low 8. Ugh, Jesus Christ, Winchester. Oh my God. You better move out the hell out of there. I know I was talking to a buddy whose son lives up in Minnesota, and it's just miserable. I just can't do it. Hello, Andy from Tim. Hello, Scotty from Tim. Scotty, how are you? What's going on in your world? Tell us all about it. So that's what we're doing. I need you guys' help to go to Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, find Lorelai's blog with the B, Lorelai's, Loriely apostrophe S, blog. Watch a couple of her videos and subscribe and follow her, please. So everybody's saying hello, which is good. And then we're going to get excited about rounding up school supplies for the Philippines coming up. It's one thing we're doing. And we're making a budget. Got more videos coming out about Dr. Tim Berry's book. I'm doing each chapter. We got some other videos coming out. We're going to be going to Alabama soon. We're going to take you guys to Alabama with us. Does anybody want to go to Alabama? I do have to go out for a while today. Good. It's good that you're feeling healthy enough to go out. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good thing, that you're feeling well enough to go out. I got some exciting news. That's what the part I was going to tell you. I got to buy me a couple of new hats this weekend. Lorelai and I went shopping in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I found a couple of new hats. So I'm kind of excited about that. They were on clearance at a Dillard store. So they were like $60 and $70, and I got them for like $10 each. So go Tide, Scotty says, that's it. So yeah, got a couple of new hats. I got some new tropical shirts on clearance. They're really good quality shirts from Dillard's. They're regular about 80 or 90 bucks, and we got them for 20 bucks each. So I bought some of those, and I got so many tropical shirts. Lorelai told me I ought to start a YouTube store where I sell tropical shirts, brand new ones. I wouldn't sell you my used ones. Man, I hate when that happens. Anytime somebody tries to call in on the phone, it locks us up. I wouldn't sell you my used shirts, but Lorelai thought it might be fun, and we may build a YouTube store and put some tropical shirts on there and some Filipino gear. We found a place where we can get some really cool Filipino stuff, or Philippine stuff. My View, Your World, hello. Good to see you again. Thank you for being here. He's getting ready to go to the Philippines in a few weeks. I have to go to the ATM, then my housekeeper can do my grocery shopping. That's nice. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Yes, it's one thing I miss, the cheap labor in the Philippines. You know what I mean? I do miss the fact that there's so many people that you can have to do so many different things. Scotty says, hello to you, My View. I hope my Dillards have some, My View says. Yeah, I got some really cool ones, but I got 2 new hats. I got a shirt and a hat match and some really good stuff. Lorelai made me buy a couple pairs of pants, which I don't really care. But, you know, I was just like, okay, fine, I'll buy the damn pants. Stop arguing with me, you know. So, Noonan, hello to you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Pat gives us a thumbs up, everybody. He's reminding everybody. So yeah, Lorelai was thinking, man, I got all these tropical shirts brand new in my closet storage because people have given me a lot of tropical shirts and they're too small, right? Because I'm a fat guy. But I also have really good style and we have some hookups. And so she thought, man, it might be kind of cool. Why don't you, plus she's trying to keep me from getting bored. Like maybe you can start a store on YouTube and sell tropical shirts in Filipino or Philippine gear logo stuff. I'm like, no, I don't know. We'll talk about it. Does anybody would like to buy tropical shirts from me? Let me know. Let me know if that's something that I should invest any time or energy in. That's what I'm asking. My views are, hey, it's got to be a sub to you. Good. You guys all make sure you subscribe to subscribe to each other, please. And subscribe to my channel. But let's do it the right way, everybody. Look, I discovered that I've had over 10,000 people subscribe to my channel, and I only have 3,600 on the books. That means people aren't subscribing the correct way. So I'm going to really start preaching this. I need everybody to subscribe the correct way. Go to somebody's channel, watch a video, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, then subscribe to the channel. New Nun says, do you have a daughter? I do not have a daughter. Do you have a daughter? I do not. I let you know, Brother David. All right. But, Lorelai's trying to keep me busy, and I have a lot of tropical shirts. But I have a lot, but they're my tropical shirts. You're not getting my tropical shirts. But we do have some hookups. So she's thinking, oh, man, maybe that'd give me something to do. Do I have a son? I do not. I have no children whatsoever. I've never seen a Filipino wear those tropical shirts. I feel like a foreigner when I wear mine. Well, you are a foreigner, Scotty B. I mean, I wear tropical shirts in the Philippines all the time. I wear them everywhere. I'm happy to wear them. I don't care. But yeah, it makes you feel like a foreigner. But here's what I've done. I've started giving away tropical shirts to Filipino men, the small ones that I get, and giving them away to them so they will wear them. And I had some really nice ones given to me when we first got back. And my neighbor is a big old boy from like the Marshall Islands. I think he's from Marshall Islands. He's a big boy like me, but not as big as me. So he talked to me one day. He said, "Man, that's a gorgeous tropical shirt." And I said, "Yeah, I know." So I gave him a couple of the brand new ones I had in my closet that would fit him, and he started wearing them more. So they're kind of like infectious, The key is, once you start wearing them, they change your attitude. They make you happier. It's kind of like when you go to the Philippines and you see all the cute girls smiling. I think wearing tropical shirts is the same thing. I like the holiday one you had on, Brother David. Yes. The Christmas one? Yes. Great, right? Yep. I got those in the closet. I reorganized my tropical shirt closet because I got a bunch to work on. And I put those to the left, out of the way. Where is my wife? My wife is at work, man. She's working. She's working. She's working. She's making that money so that I can buy more tropical shirts and hats. Apparently, Ian says there are 3 ways to subscribe to a channel. Yep, I want some quick dry. Yes, I have those quick dries. Okay, let's read. This is good. Ian says, to subscribe to a YouTube channel, you can open the YouTube channel app, go to the channel, sign in. You have to be signed in, absolutely. To your account, find the channel you want to subscribe to, click or tap the subscribe button. That's correct, but that one doesn't stick. So if you just boom, I'm telling you, YouTube won't keep it for us. From the home tab, find the channel you want to subscribe to. Icon below the video and tap and subscribe. Yes. The one I have great, but Scotty says, the one I have is great, but a little too thick to wear here in this humidity. Yes, you need the very light, thin ones, almost the rayon ones. 3, Ian says, while watching a video, find the channel you want to subscribe to, tap subscribe and below the video. I know, I've read all of those. YouTube's lying to us. You can do all of that, but the subscription won't stick. Because you can't tell me that I've had 7,000 people subscribe to my channel who no longer have a YouTube channel, so you lose the subscription, right? The subscriber. YouTube won't allow it. If it's a sub for sub, they think it's a sub for sub, They're not gonna hold on. So everybody needs to recondition everybody. Watch a video, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, then subscribe to a channel. Don't just hit the subscribe button because it won't stick. If you don't go back to that channel and watch something, that's being subscriber is not going to stick. It's just not. We're not going to get any benefit out of it. Hello, 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 hello. So yeah, I love tropical shirts. I got a lot of different types, a lot of different colors and hats that match. So once you subscribe, you have to watch a video and give a thumbs up. You do. You got to follow up with those channels. You can't just hit the button and be done. You got to watch a video. But what I say is watch the video first, right? And then go, oh, I like this. Leave a little comment. It can be cheesy. Hit the thumbs up, then subscribe. Because that's kind of more of a logical. Logically, we wouldn't subscribe to a channel that we've never watched any videos on, right? So you got to watch. You got to do something. And just don't watch the shorts. Watch, a real video. And if you need to just sit there and let it run for a couple of minutes, 5-minute video, let it run. You don't got to pay attention to it. And then leave a comment like, hey, great video. That's all you got to do. Say nothing, Kippagen. Hello to you, hi. Everybody making friends, that's great. So, I don't know. But we have a lot of Filipino gear and tropical shirts and Lorelei, and we have all kinds of Razorback stuff that we got really cheap. We're really big clearance people. And about a year ago, we were in Walmart in Fayetteville, Arkansas, where the University of Arkansas is. And they had this onslaught of Razorback shirts for $1 each that were $40, originally $40. So we bought like 30 or 40 of them. And we've been giving them out little by little, as gifts and things, but. Cricket customers is here. Cricket's in the house. Everybody say hello to Cricket. Hey, if you don't mind, hey, if I don't see you guys' channel, don't worry because I will be seeing you in my TV. Nice. In my room. So don't worry if you don't see me like in 5 months or so. Okay, we won't worry about it because we trust you, we feel you, we get you. Thank you all for the thumbs up. We got 10 of them so far. Noonan is asleep. Well, that's interesting because most people that are asleep can't type. So I don't know how you can do both. Man, you must be magical. You must be superhuman to be able to type and sleep at the same time, So I'm excited. I don't know. I got to go through all of my tropical shirts that are new that I don't wear. And I've been thinking, I'm going to wait to announce this, but I got to announce, we're going to do a tropical shirt contest again this spring. And we're going to do it differently, and we're going to do it in the spring for the summer. So hopefully you guys can join in on that. But I'm going to try to do something else with tropical shirts to grow the channel. And so I'll tell you about that a little bit later. So that's what we've been working on. What are you guys doing? Is there any techniques you guys are using or doing that's building your channel? How are you growing your network? What are you guys doing? Do you care? I know Tim was talking about he had a video that go viral the other day. He had a smoking video, so that probably has 80,000 views on it by now. So that's really good. So we're trying to grow, but if you guys will support my wife's Facebook blog, which is called Lorelei's Blog, LORIELY', blog with a B, on Facebook, and same thing. You got to go there, watch a couple of her silly videos, and then follow her, because she really wants to get to 1,000. She's like at 890 something, so she needs about 120 or so. She wants to break that because she gets something really cool. I don't know. So, we got to make the wives happy, guys. Anybody watch the Super Bowl last night? We watched it. We loved it. We liked the fact that the Chiefs lost. So we liked the fact that Taylor Swift was booed. We thought that was funny. We didn't like the halftime show. I don't know if anybody watched the. I don't know if there's anybody out there that liked the halftime show. Does anybody know? I didn't know what the hell it was. I couldn't figure out 90% of it. So I didn't get into the halftime show last night at the Super Bowl. I watched it, every bit of it, and was just confused. So I don't know what's happened myself. So I don't know if anybody else has watched it, what they thought. What did you guys think of the game last night? What did you think of the halftime show? Was there one of the commercials last night? Because we really watched the Super Bowl in hopes of seeing some really good commercials. Yeah, commercials were kind of last night. They weren't very good. They just kind of boring, boring, and I didn't like that. So, but I don't know. Scotty says our cable company decided to go out of service all morning yesterday, so I saw nothing. Bummer, Scotty. The Super Bowl was on Tubi. I don't know if you know what Tubi is. It's a free app if you have internet. So it was on Tubi, and I know when we lived in the Philippines, we were able to get Tubi. Tim says only 70.4K view. Okay, so that's a big deal though, man. That's a big deal. How can we help you boost that? Tim, is there anything we could do to help you? And you could drop the link to that video if you want and your channel. Remember, guys, if you're blue, on my channel, if you're blue, you don't have to ask permission to drop your link. You just feel free to do it. All right? That's how I do it. You don't have to ask permission if you're blue. I wonder what we could do to get you over 80,000 or 100,000 views. That would be great. I think my biggest is about 60,000. And I realized the other day that somehow I had one that had one of my first videos that I did had my coma video, the video about me being in a coma, had about 12 to 15,000 views on it. And when I looked at it the other day, it was down to 2,000. So I don't know what happened. YouTube took a bunch of views away off of that one. Yep, I have Tubi, but with the Wi-Fi, yep, well, then you're just screwed. That was one of the frustrating things in the Philippines. Not having good quality internet so you could keep watching things. The other thing that bummed me out was all I could watch was Netflix and Tubi. And man, they get boring old. So, Tubi comes built into the channels now. Tim says, just a minute. All right. So, what I didn't like about the TV in the Philippines was when you watched a movie and they dubbed it into English, you can watch the movie, right? Because you've seen it. Maybe you watched a John Wayne movie, but they dubbed it for English because they dubbed the colic, and then they would put down at the bottom like what it was supposed to be in English. Man, they got the words wrong. I mean, I'm like, no, I've watched this movie before. That's not what that says, and that's not what happens. So their translation was pretty weak. So Tim's dropping the link. You guys go check Tim out if you would. You got a link there to follow. So, but I thought that was kind of funny. It's like they would see a picture of a horse, and it would say, the man rides the zebra, but he's riding a horse. And you're looking, where the hell's the zebra? You're like, oh, they think, they just totally screwed it up. I have to use my free VPN so I can get the American version of Tubi. Yes. Yeah, what we did is we had Netflix going there. And while we were there, it switched to the Asian one, and which was okay, but I like Netflix, but I get bored on Netflix. Netflix doesn't do enough new stuff. And Tubi is just putting a whole bunch of old stuff on that. So if you want to watch all the old stuff, that's great. And then we have Prime. What do we have? We have Paramount Plus, and I like it. So, I know. The Korean shows will drive you crazy. And here's the sad thing. A lot of the Korean shows are really good, but if they're not dubbed in English, you have no damn clue what's going on the Korean show. Because Lorelai and I will sit and watch a Korean show that they've translated, they speak English and some of them are really, really, really good shows. And some of them, no clue. Pat says, I've seen some good on Netflix, also Tubi, like Amazon Crackle. Okay. Yeah, we have Amazon Prime, but it doesn't have good stuff on the TV. Dennis! Dennis, everybody say hello to Dennis. Dennis, say hello to everybody. Dennis, Tim has been sick the last week or so be nice to Tim today. Dennis says, okay, try Jack live stream. Huge impact. Well, does Jack even do live streams anymore? I don't know. I haven't seen any live streams from him in quite a while. So he may be out of the live stream business unless he's found people to give him money. Maybe his e-begging's going well. I don't know. Same here, Brother David. Pat says, Korean shows are very fun. They are funny, but some of them are really good. But some of them, man, they got a wild-ass imagination. They turn aliens and man, they got some wild TV shows. And I mean it, some of them are really, really good. We've watched lots of them. And they're violent too. They are some violent MFers. I mean, those Korean shows are more violent than Jesus you see here in America anytime. I'm talking about blood and guts and, people being SA with aliens and all kinds of weird stuff. Those Koreans have some woohoo, Scotty's dropping his link so you guys can check Scotty out. So, but I like some of the Korean shows. I just wish that more of them were in English. I will tell you the other thing I like on Netflix, and I watch a lot of these. I like a lot of the Norwegian or the Scandinavian shows when they translate them into English. There's a lot of murder mystery ones that come from like Sweden, Norway, those countries. Those are really good too. They're nothing like the Korean shows. They're more mellow, calm, methodical, thought out. And one thing that's really weird, and I've told Lorelai this, I'm shocked with the Norwegian shows how many ugly people there are. They're ugly. It's not like they are not going out and try and find good-looking people to be on TV. They're going out and finding some ugly-ass people to be the stars on their TV shows. They're ugly people. Scotty B, that's our video with you guys. Oh, that's the video. Nice. So Scotty just dropped the link to the video he did of Lorelai and I the other night. How did it turn out, Scotty? I haven't watched it yet, so how did it turn out? Let me see if I can click on it. Maybe I can find it.
Next Gen Nubella Performance Fabric. You can relax. These pieces are...
You guys want to see it? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can click on it on my big screen. Maybe. All right, let's see what we can find. I'm going to try to play it on the big screen. Here's a video Scotty made. Damn, look at all that gold he's advertising. Let it get caught up there. That's good, Scotty. I know we talked a long time. My wife doesn't know how to answer questions. Short and sweet.
Put on. I just step in and go.
No bending down. All right. And to be honest, I kind of love not using my hands. So Scotty's making us famous. Sorry, bro. I'm out the game. Go hands-free with relaxed fit Skechers slip-ins. I wear those, but I'm not a football person. Oh, come on, internet. Maybe I'm in the Philippines. They are nice shoes. I need to do an update video on the shoes I have. My Skechers videos get a lot of views.
Weight loss is changing. For so long, I felt stuck on repeat. I tried and tried again, lost weight, gained it back.
I've been wearing a pair of slip-ins for, oh, here it is.
Alright guys, so for today's video guys,
Today's video we're talking with Dave and Lorelei from the United States. They have a big channel, Adventure. Anyway,
Sound like me, Scotty.
the
Philippine
picture.
American couple, I know that. So we had to talk with them yesterday. Luckily we did it yesterday because they have no internet. But, so we hope you enjoy this. It's a little long one, and there might be a couple short ones coming after it. We talked for quite some time yesterday and had a great time talking with them. So enjoy the video. It's coming at you right now. Hey guys, welcome to Lynn and Scott in the Philippines.
Yes.
Today we have another couple with us. They're all the way on the other side of the world from us. Over in Arkansas, we got David and Lorelei. Hello guys.
Hello, welcome. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you. How are things in Arkansas?
Oh,
Thank you so much guys, thank you.
that's one of my new hats, by the way.
David, give us the name of your channel. You have a YouTube channel that's going strong. What's the name of that channel?
We do. We have the greatest YouTube channel on the whole entire planet. It's called, it's called The Adventures of the Philippine American Couple. Because we are the Philippine American couple. And this is our
What's the title?
Adventure of the Philippine American Couple.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, share, and do it the right way.
There you go.
Yeah.
Give thumbs up, send money. We need it. We all need money.
Yeah, I spend a lot of money. We went
David
shopping.
needs his beach house.
I need a beach house and we went shopping, so I have a very skinny wallet now.
Well, it's good to have you guys on. I know I followed David and been on his channel a few times talking with him. So it's good to have you here. I guess my first question is, let's go all the way back about 500 years ago when you guys met. How did you guys meet?
David cooked me. No, I have a family here, and it's just like
Ooh, an aquarium hat? I would wear
David
that.
is involved on his friend that he knows long time ago that married a Filipina, and they always have a party in his house, and you know he's been in a Filipinos for so long. Then of course you know he's single bachelor, and he's trying to give it all the Filipinos they know. Then David told them like, I've never been married Filipino. And then he went to go fishing with my uncle, and they said, "Hey, what's up?" And they're chit chat. Oh yeah, you're never been married, huh? So yeah. Oh, can you take my niece? And then Philippines, then look like they said, "Hey you," that's the friend started.
So you were living in the States or?
No, what we're
I came from Taiwan visa.
Oh, okay.
And Lorelei has relatives that live in America,
Yeah.
and they were friends of a friend of mine. And just like many thousands of others, hey, I know a Filipino, would you like to meet them? Oh, Jesus, not this. Yeah,
So how long were you guys like LDRs before you
6
got?
months, right?
No, a year. Well, it probably go my process.
Well, it took a
No,
year.
before you met.
No, it it will not take me a year. A year relations. We started as a friend. We don't have a plan to get married. I don't know David, but I don't have a plan because American it's not really like I like because they got divorced whatsoever.
You want to see
but
something funny? Keep your eye on the dog.
Like you said, like from a good friendship turned to be a serious one.
We started like in August of the year, and I went there and
No, big dog. We started look like May or June.
sometime in the
Yeah,
summer,
so
I was
we
there
chit
like
chat.
Christmas.
Then I was planning to, cause I have an incoming visa to work overseas. Then David just gonna say hello and there's no there's no messenger that before. Oh yeah, yeah there's no FaceTime yet and Facebook don't have those video call, right?
Yeah, we had to use
We
Viber.
don't have video call on Facebook on that time. Like a message. Then we do the Viber or Skype. Yeah, and then after a few months we're just talking, we don't we're just sharing, we're just being real with each other, And finally we see in common and David just got information like, oh, how do you want to be in your special moment? Like what special moment? Like I thought that David will propose me.
David did his research, huh?
Yeah, I have research and I'm a really
Good job.
yeah, I'm not a really nice person to guys. So I'm just trying to go whatever they be like, I don't know what I'm just thinking who's some people will marry me, because my attitude.
Well, we met there in the summertime.
Yeah.
And by Christmas, I was in the Philippines.
Then they told like, wish I could meet you. Then I said, look, like, if he's gonna ask this again, I'm gonna like him, but I'm not gonna tell him, So he asked again, look like, oh, we can see in person, like, oh, where are you planning to come here? And I said, oh, maybe summer. Like, when is summer? Because your summer is different from here. And I said, maybe April or June, like, I said, like, a year? Well, it's not so long. There's a lot of things happen. And that's what David asked his thing, like, hey, his boss, like, then he made it in December of that month. So, like, oh, this guy is serious.
I was in college,
Yeah.
and we get summers off, of course. And the logical thing was, hey, I'll just fly over there in summer break. But Laurel, was like, no, I'm gonna go overseas if you don't want to come here
No,
now.
I didn't say that one. No, but I didn't say that one because, I feel like if that we're not be serious, like, whatever.
I went over Christmas break instead.
Then he went there in December and I was like, oh, it's serious. Then he said, like, oh, I got this. I said, oh, what's your passport? I don't get a passport. He's like, oh, how you can come here? Then I told David and get all this passport paperwork. Look like, and that's the time I take serious on David because all these tickets and going. Then that's the time like, okay, we're gonna be planning. We'll be, he's a nice one. Then on that one, we've been planning to be getting married. I know it's kind of quick, but for all every day that we're doing, call like morning and in the evening.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this, but it just popped in my head. Is there a big age gap or is it pretty close
No,
together?
we're not that far.
Okay.
I to be honest, I give it a lot because I have my niece, my few relatives here. They ask me to look like, hey, you want me to look like? No, I don't wanna. I told you I'm a bad person. I'm not really like, I don't really need a man to pay what I'm doing because, I already being independent and doing my life. So I really don't need an American, just an American to give me a good life. So they told me like, I'm very picky. You look like, oh, I don't care. But David, it just looked like, David, of course, we're being smaller. I was skinnier, and David was skinny on that time. Now we gained weight, but our age is not that far,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's like we're 20 years different. She's 44, I'm 64.
Yeah, we're below 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What happened was, when I went to the Philippines, we went just in case for the lot of getting paperwork done for the K-1 visa. So we knew what documentation needed. So we made sure that we did a lot of pictures, a lot of
Yeah.
video, a lot of evidence of me being in the Philippines meeting her. And then when I got back in January, I got back, we started the process, and she was here by August.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I don't have a, I don't have a really hard time in the embassy because every time the paperwork, I got this really stack of this evidence that are really thick like this. The pictures, our pictures is real because we went to the event that's happening on that day, so they can Google it. It's real. And we have a picture in the background that what's the date we met. We
Now,
met.
what year was this?
13.
2013.
2013?
Yeah.
We had documentation, and this is what I recommend to anybody who's wanting to do the K-1 visa and or the marriage visa.
Yeah.
Document, 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 document.
Yeah, because they don't really want you to have like just together and you because now you can edit. It's just like the family, the pictures are real, it's not edited because it's a red flag and
Yeah.
to know the person you need to talk, like this one, like face to face so that you will learn. Because the person in front of me, I think because that guy has a felony, no, domestic violence in America. That's why she has harder questions, like really deep. What's your fiance favorite football? What's the color of this? What the crap? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I don't even know what's football. We don't talk football, and they're gonna ask me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they treat, like you said, I think they treat everybody different. They look at their background and,
Yeah.
decide what to ask them and everything, if they've had some bad backgrounds or something, especially with their marriages, their ex-wives, or how many kids they have. And I know, I've heard, like, the Filipinos trying to leave the country. It depends on what they're leaving for, I guess, too. If they have a job, if they have kids, something to bring back to the Philippines.
There's a few Filipinas which is really, I don't know, but they forget where they are. They chit chat like inside the embassy where the windows of the interviewer. They told them like, if I'm not gonna get this past this K1, I'm gonna reject this guy and find a new boyfriend. Look like 5 of them, and guess what happened? They all flunked.
Yeah.
They don't even have a good, longer question. They just ask, yeah, you here? What's your name? They're like, okay, go into the next window. And they said, look like, oh, my question is really easy. But they don't know that they were just yapping inside of there, selling, just like to get an American ticket,
Right.
So
Yeah.
they gotta repent, decline.
You know, I read on the expats group all the time, some guys getting scammed here and there, and it's like, it doesn't matter what country it is, girls, guys, they're gonna scam people from other countries. It doesn't matter it's not just Filipinos, it's also people in the United States are scamming. You probably found out since you've been in the United States. The biggest difference, I think, in the United States and the Philippines, what do you guys think is the really big difference between the United States and the Philippines?
Well, America is really safe. Even you're not American, you're protected once you got here. Even you don't know, look like, there's a scenario that happened, I hear, like, they're doing a K1 visa, but when they arrive, the guy didn't get them the airport, and they went to the address of that guy, and the guy has a living partner. So they just find a way to go home, but America is very good on that one. I mean, you're safe here. Unlike in the Philippines, that's a different story.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where you live here in the Philippines too. I mean, there was another guy just killed in, where's that one that I was just reading to you? They were at an ATM machine, and when they were turning around, another car pulled up, Filipinos got out. The guy that was at the ATM was American, and then he was with the Filipino guy. And they shot the American in the stomach and took off without the money.
Yeah.
But that could happen anywhere, These guys all come up in an uproar, oh, we're unsafe, we're wrong. You know what, you can't, if you're in somebody else's country, you gotta remember you're in somebody else's country and don't go out late at night by yourself and go to the ATM machine and get out
Yeah.
$1,000, cause you're gonna get robbed. And that's gonna happen in the United States too, so.
Yeah, as long as you look different, they're gonna think you're not, you know, you're not capable of safety more than the locals.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, I mean, I appreciate you guys talking about the beginning of your story because that's always to me, that's always the biggest part is how things came together. Real quick though, is it, the first couple years, a struggle when you first lived
Yeah.
together, you know, communication wise?
No, we're not struggling communication, we just struggle with my jealousy.
Ah.
When I told David at first, man, like, oh, introduce yourself. Then I have this, like going to bus, and I don't have time for you. You know, I told you, like, I don't need a guy at first when we met. And just like, I tried to be nice, because it's my uncle's friend. Look, like I'm a 16-year-old brat thinking, but I was not 16, okay?
She was a brat. Trust me, guys. She was a brat.
F, you know, I don't need a guy. There's another guy again. So I'm just being polite. I don't want to be scolded, so I'm just gonna write it. You know, if you're not serious, you know, I'm a jealous person, very jealous. I don't like any girls talking to you, and if you do this, then I don't have a time. So now, whether you take it every night, I know you know me. Okay, what's up? That's what I said. And now we're married. And we're not even married. I was really jealous.
So David, let me ask you, David, when you came over here to the Philippines, when you felt like you were outside your box, maybe outside your comfort zone, were you curious about things? Maybe she was texting more often than you thought, and maybe who she's texting because she was texting in a different language. Was there any jealousy or any curiosity on your part?
No, and I know a lot of people don't believe this, but, and I know it took Lorelai a long time to get it through her head, but no, when the switch flipped for us as a couple, when we're LDRing and the switch flipped, that was it for me. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't worried about her cheating or her hustling me. I knew that in my heart, that none of that was happening. So I had no qualms about it at all. She was the jealous one, me.
No, I just don't want to get fooled, you know. I'm going to America, of course, for you. And you're not telling exactly you are, so I'm making this trap look like, oh, where you at now? Like, I'm gonna go work. Like, how far is your work? Then, you know, I'm a smart person. I'm Googling it. I know how far you drive. Really, where you are, what you're saying.
Were you jealous? Were you jealous when he was here visiting you in the Philippines? You didn't let him out of your sight?
What the? No, we don't think that one. We think about how to get the paperwork. To get the evidence, we do. But
Even his first visit here, you weren't worried?
no, I forgot that one. That was when David sees me. We just think he look like, yeah, okay, we're gonna get married, you know. But I never saw that there's a proposal or there's a ring. But these Filipino girls piss me off. Right. Like, I thought I'm gonna marry this guy, but he's gonna see a different girl. Because there's a girl texting like, hey David, I know you're in the Philippines. You know my address. Like, you know my address. You're out, you know, like, no, this ain't gonna be happening. I was so pissed. Then I was like, and David told me when he came in, like, don't touch that bag. It's like, well, you can. On our first day, I'm already like telling, well, you know, I'm like, what do you think of me? Stealing your backpack? You know.
And one time a Filipina crazy told her not to touch something.
I'm not a Filipina that's trying to be so polite and nice because they're not gonna lose the American. I don't know, but I'm not the person. But
I had the engagement ring in the backpack.
yeah, that's why he don't want me to touch it. Then
That was the first time you come over, Dave?
Say again?
Was that the first time you came over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was secure because we know each other. I have a lot of eyes to see him. In America, and David knows somebody. He knows my best friend. He knows everybody.
Well, and what we did, just to clarify, is this. We video chat on Viber all the time,
Yeah.
Right.
all the time. She took me with her when she ran around the Philippines. I took her to my college. I took her to friends' parties. We went everywhere together.
Like every day.
But like I said, when the switch flipped for me, I mean, there was no knock. It was just. All right, Scotty, buddy, appreciate you.
Eating is a karma.
We're gonna let
Everything
this
like
run.
that, you know. If you're
We
not
appreciate
ready,
you,
don't
Scotty.
get involved in somebody, you know.
Right.
It's hard to be if, for example, you're cheating, you think you're good. How about you're on the other side, you know? It's not nice. So just
Well, like she told me when I first got here, she says it's okay if a Filipino talks to you for about 15 seconds, but if it's longer than that, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah, 15 seconds, I got 7.
You met my friend,
Yeah, we were friends. I had to wear blinders in the Philippines.
You're such a liar.
Oh,
Alright, cut it off. But David told me like, you know, my address look like address. So you, I said, David, can I see your passport and ticket?
Yeah.
When I go back to America, I really look at it versus flight and this one. Because you're gonna end up to Manila, we're done. Because first day and second day, David didn't tell me, look like, oh, about are you still like me? Now I see me. I know I'm kind of telegenic, just kidding. But you might not like me in a person, but he don't say anything. He just like this, we can go to rooftop like, what are you doing that rooftop? He don't, I don't even know that he's trying to propose. I'm just being a bitch. I'm sorry. Yeah, then after like 4 days, I see that girl message because he told me, can you look at my, I think she sabotaged me. Can you look at my, I think somebody replying me there, look like, why would I need to reply your Facebook? So I went there and checked, and there's girl there stealing. You know my address, was like, man, I was so hurt, and they just smiling, maybe thinking that I was in love with him. Well, I'm never really in love before, you know. I was quite like so embarrassed. Look like, man, for the first time, I lower my guard, and here you go, I got karma for being.
no, what you guys have to understand is, I've been around the Filipino community since I was 18 years old, here in my part of the country. I've met a lot of Filipinos over the years, and a lot of them may have wanted me to come visit them in the Philippines.
Yeah,
That's what it was. I had no intentions of doing anything like that.
yeah, and that girl message, and then I wrote like, then
'Cause
they
some of-
proposed me. And I really vibe right. I was like, no, I don't wanna get out because I'm a city, right? In Cebu. Maybe I get kidnapped or what happened. I'm like, wait when the sun shines. Because I'm gonna leave this guy. Then David's gonna laugh and like, what is laughing? Steaming, acting what that, you know? And finally come here studio like what? I'm so hurt. And they were smiling like what the like you're such a diva, you're smiling while crying. And I'm like, oh, of course, he's crying because he can't answer. You really love him. Like, oh really? Oh, I know if I know that word, I really hide my feelings. But yeah, David proposed me and I said, here, you can't even wait. I come to you for this ring, and I look at it like, oh really? Is this the ring? Oh, this is so crazy. And then I cried and I said, like, oh, this is embarrassing.
All right, let me ask a secret question. You don't have to answer. So when you come over, David, the first time, and you said you were gonna propose, what'd you do? Did you rent a condo? Did you stay in a hotel? Where'd you stay at?
We stayed at the Cebu Waterfront Hotel.
Yeah.
Now, did she stay with you, or was she a good girl?
Yeah. Yeah, we prepared everything. When David come here, so get our paperwork so that we get married. That proposal is not in my mind that David went here, our mind is to get married, So we talk like I'm a wife on the phone already. And like every time, oh, where's your paperwork? You get this one, you think, oh, why is it like this, We're just married like even like far back. when we come in, David, the day one, we already, because we have only 2 weeks, right? So you're doing 2 weeks there. I don't know. But we just get all the paperwork done. That's our thing that we need to be passed on the what's this?
Okay.
For the K1 because that one happened look like it's really fresh for the what's that one the 9/11 one. So they're really strict on people getting in America. So they can have a lot of get denied. So that one we're just focusing on everything we can do like
So
it's scheduled.
to kind of answer your question, what we did was, we already knew we were going down this road. So Laura and I got to the hotel a couple days before I did. So I paid for it, booked it, whatever, or she booked whatever.
I book it with his money. How's that?
Right. Because it was cheaper for her to book it in the Philippines versus me to book it.
Right.
Hi, Lynn. Hello. You see yourself on TV? You're famous. And so when I got there, she was at the airport. So yeah, we were all set up.
Yeah, I'm very secure because I said my aunt, see, they're coming in and out, and David is being back here, and everybody in my family sees that they never been put a woman inside of his house.
All right, Lynn, you're a moderator now, so you can drop the link to your channel.
Yeah, it's different from dating website. Oh, that's why I made a FAFSA exam, by the way, because I forgot.
Feel free to drop your
that
link.
There's something that you need to do a certificate before you get your visa.
And Lorelai, enjoy talking to you.
Visa, and there's another certificate, right? So it's like the same as interview in the embassy, which I don't know. I learned it from when I was in the embassy that I'm doing the certificate because that's the one that you cannot get in America without that one. Yeah, and they train you like what's that called? Like briefing that what you're gonna do. There's human rights. If you get violation or domestic violence, you will is what happened to you, get deported or you go whatever, all those rules and regulation on how to be living in America. Then I don't have the paperwork because my flight is tomorrow and it's not like but we can approve like are you kidding me? So really have a pass ticket and said, I can show you and I said, can you ask your fiance about this one? Then it's 3:00 in the morning. Then they don't want to answer the Viber. So I find a pay to my phone to call international. And David looked like, he's awake. I'm like,
We appreciate you dropping in. Enjoy running around today.
I know, like, what you don't know what your maiden name? Well, that's a maiden name, your mama, not your middle name.
My mother's
Yeah, maiden. Yeah, maiden. Your maiden name. And so like, I don't know, because my mom died really young, like, go find it. And the interview in front of me looked like, it was 3:00, yes. I said, oh, she really started look like, you cannot get in America 3:00 in the morning. And they don't answer the phone. Oh yeah, you pass it. Okay, happy flight. Look like, oh, you serious? Yeah.
And from that time, David knew he was no longer the boss.
Yeah, because they're closing. They're like, I need to go my flight tomorrow. Else I'm not gonna. That's 2,000.
Yeah.
That's really expensive.
Yeah.
All right, listen, guys. I'm gonna throw some questions at you real quick here, and we'll finish this up and let you do your thing, because I know it's late night there. Oh, is that okay with you? Just gonna throw some, they're not hot questions or anything like that, they're just kind of goofy stuff. I would put it, but I don't put people on the spot, I'm not like that.
Oh, bummer.
No, again, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, gotta get the hands up. Okay, either one is, who would you like to sit next to on the next airplane ride, and what would you ask that person? Somebody important, or somebody like a top singer, actor, whatever, or somebody that you look up to,
I'll sit in the airplane.
if you accidentally had to sit next to them on a plane.
With new Diamond V texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less.
Try the all-new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway today.
Gotta pay the bills, watch the commercials.
Good.
I would prefer to sit next to nobody and talk to nobody.
I prefer sit to David.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
Wow.
Very
Do
loyal.
you want to sit next to David, or does David don't want to sit next to you?
Yeah, every time I book a flight, I said, where you want by the window? Oh my goodness. I book all this nice seat so that I can take care of him.
Okay, when you say the hotel motel, do you take stuff from your room when you're leaving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody does, I think, don't they?
Yeah.
What food would you never want to eat again? What food would you not want to eat again?
No, I haven't had it. Did it come?
Well, you don't have to be. That is-
I ate that shit.
Oh, you tried it?
Yeah, I tried it. It's disgusting. I never eaten that.
What was it?
What's that?
The dinuguan,
Ah, the blood.
The blood?
The
pork
blood.
blood, or the chocolate pork.
That sounds worse than blue.
I haven't had blood yet.
I haven't either, and I have no plans on it.
No desire.
She won't let me eat street food.
Yeah, sometimes.
She's a smart woman.
Won't let me talk to women on the street either, so.
I understand that.
Oh,
Have
you
you
got
ever
that girls here? Oh my.
Have you ever peed in a swimming pool?
Huh?
Have you ever peed in a swimming pool?
When I was in our own pool, or that's our private pool, we have a swimming pool before. But they
There you
said,
go.
no, you just got to be we're cleaning anyway.
I think David's got a smirk on his face.
I make it my point to pee in other people's pools.
Yeah, we have a swimming pool and where we're cleaning when it's like, well, just pee up there, yeah, pee.
Okay, have fun. Sorry, your son is leaving for church, I think? What is your favorite ice cream? Flavor, yeah, the flavor ice cream.
Mine is, what's it called?
Salted
The
caramel.
salt caramel, salted caramel.
Salted caramel?
Yeah.
David, what's yours?
Cheesecake?
Really? Okay, so let's say one of you are out shopping by yourself, you're grocery shopping, you only got enough money to buy one ice cream. Are you gonna buy your flavor or your spouse's flavor?
I'll buy hers.
Yeah, he likes mine, so we're good.
I don't like to eat that much.
I guess you're buying your own then, Marla?
He likes the salted chocolate too, so we don't have a problem with that one.
Okay, what smell do you like but your spouse does not like? Is there a smell one of you don't like and the other one does?
I can't think of one.
We're
We're kind of similar, you know?
yeah, because when we go shopping, we're gonna, you like this, you like this, and we got in common and we buy them.
Okay, all right.
We're kind of
So,
same.
Stinky fish.
yeah, yeah.
With the fish that I cook is not like the same, but I don't really cook.
She cooks that stuff about 3 times a week in my house.
Ah,
So do you drink or eat soup? Do you drink it or do you eat it?
I eat soup.
You eat soup?
I drink broth, but I eat soup.
I drink soup. I eat. That's really hard to drink. I drink coffee.
I got a feeling I know the answer to this one. If animals could talk, what animal would you like to have a conversation with?
My dog.
I think that's a great question, to be honest.
Yeah.
My dog.
I really do. I think that's a great question and a deep question. I think I would like to have a conversation with an elephant.
An elephant?
Wow.
Why is
You
that?
can find an elephant to get a conversation.
Yeah, but I think I would.
Yeah, because it's the smartest one, that's why you want to talk.
Yeah.
But mine is logic. I need to get my dog spy. Hey, what you got?
Yeah, same with our cat. It's like,
Yeah.
one day she didn't eat the other day, I'm like, what's wrong? You know, I can't ask her, but I'm like, what's wrong? You're not eating, what's wrong? And then next day she's eating, it's like, I don't know. But you know, I would love to talk to her as a gorilla. Seems like gorillas are always thinking about things. If you watch them, you're always like this, or, you know, you always got something on their mind.
Yes. I would agree with that. Bigfoot,
Do you think aliens really exist?
I know,
I do.
I know that illegal aliens exist for sure, because they're in America. I know, I have a very good, suspicion that we are not alone in the universe.
Yeah.
Whether the extraterrestrials are humanoid shape, I don't quite think so, but I do think we are not alone in the universe at all.
Do you think Trump is gonna release those?
Release what?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
The alien? Trump
And
already?
more files from Area 51.
Oh, really? I thought that would be, no matter what president, that would be classified.
Would you like to go back or go forward in time?
Forward, there's no way to go back, what's never since.
I mean, if you could see the future or see the past, you know, if you were a time traveler, would you rather go back or forward? Forward?
Forward,
Yeah, it's a waste
Yeah.
of go back in the past.
yeah, forward.
I would like to go back to see the original rock and rollers, you know, back in the 50s and 40s and 60s.
Well, the
I
only
mean, I
thing
was
I
born in
would
the
do,
60s, but still.
if I went back in the past, it would only to be buy stock in companies. That's it.
Hey, you could be on the, you could be the Speaker of the House.
Oh, there you go. So low, how can I be president?
If you had to eat a crayon, which color do you think would taste the best?
Green,
If you, what?
you had to eat a crayon?
A crayon? No.
Yeah. Just no, you're not eating none of them, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I can tell you for sure, by example, that they all taste the same.
Oh, yeah?
They
You
just,
tried them all?
they don't have different flavors.
You tried every one? They all taste the same?
Have you not eaten herpes?
I tried to eat eraser.
Huh?
Eraser.
I'm surprised you never ate crayons.
I was gonna have her try it just to see if there is a difference in flavor, but no, she doesn't have
You
it.
just taste it, but don't.
Yeah.
I think you gotta put it on the stove and melt it down to get the real flavor out of it.
Oh.
They said that it's one flavor on me.
Okay. Here's the big question. Is the planet flat or round?
Obviously, it's round.
It's round, and I had proof.
You sure?
Yeah, this guy from America. Where is she from? It's an Australian American.
He's American.
Yeah, you from America. Have you plane went to sideways? You went the bottom of the Philippines.
Our plane went north and then it came back south. So we're at the-
Right?
Here's the proof.
Round.
If everything else in the universe has a round shape, why would there only be one thing that's flat?
Well, maybe like Superman, you know?
He's flat.
It's like glass, the Superman.
Hey, if it's flat, what happens to the ocean?
It's flat. The ocean's flat.
Yeah,
Well,
the
that's-
underneath that, like what's that like a fish tank that it's a flat and the water was only stuck from here.
See, you brought up a good point though. If the world is round, how does the water, when it's down here, how does it stay up on the earth? How come it's
Yeah,
not
because of the
going down?
gravity hold it, it's around shape, right? Gravity holds it. But if it's rectangle, there's not gravity on the sideway. Ah.
Yeah, well, think about it. If you're swimming up here and all of a sudden you keep on swimming, all of a sudden then you fall off earth because you're now at the bottom of the earth.
Remember before we have an what's that called? What's that? Explorer. They already did that one. So I don't know why people having a conflict. They never ended. They went back to their country and go around straight. They don't see the flat one. They're back to work yet.
Right.
So we already done that one long time ago.
Okay, so, speaking of your dogs, who does the dog food companies have taste the new and improved dog food to make sure it's new and improved?
They don't, they lie to us. They do, they're liars.
Yeah, I mean, dogs can't
I
talk.
hate our-
They tell them it's new and improved.
They're manipulative. They want everything, everything. But they don't like to eat bread.
Who does?
Yeah, they don't eat bread. They don't like it.
Really?
Oh,
They eat the thing and they just get the sauce on the top and left the.
oh.
Yeah.
Picky.
Would you rather have to wear shoes every single day of your life or go barefoot?
I only wear shoes outside, but inside the house I wear a barefoot. Of course, I'm Filipino.
Yeah.
I would wear,
Huh? You would wear shoes, Dave? I would.
Yeah.
I still have my boots with me. I wore here, but I haven't worn them since I've been here. Okay, David, you'll probably have to answer this one. What do you think the first person to milk a cow was actually trying to do? Have you heard that for a minute?
To drink.
well, I've talked about this question before. And I think humans are smart. I think they looked over and saw a baby cow drinking from the mother milk and went, oh, that's where I can get this liquid from. And so they intentionally went to get the liquid out of it.
I was thinking like they saw like, oh, it's dripping. Maybe I can give him more, even because something it dropped, and I say, oh, it's dropped. Even there's no baby cow will get it, so I'll try to squeeze it. That was started.
Well, how long do you think it took them to figure out how to get it out of there, though? There's a technique, right?
Hey, Joe, how are
That's a
you?
lot of
Good to see you.
trouble
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I think it was a female and it took her about 30 seconds.
Wow. Really?
Oh.
And then probably 5 minutes later, she made a stool.
That's it. That's it.
He got kicked because it's so fast.
Hopefully she didn't eat a cow patty later on.
She got
Okay, last one is, what would you do for a day if you were invisible for the whole day? What would you want to do if you were invisible? Nobody could see you. What would be the thing you'd want to do?
Joe, how's things going for you? Are you ready for bad weather where you're at? This is a video that Scotty made of us for his channel. So, this is what we're watching here. No, it's definitely raining here, Joe. All right. Now we're getting rain here. I don't think we're going to get any bad weather because I just think it's too damn warm. So that's what I think. I don't think we're going to get anything bad. So, but Scotty's doing some stuff on his channel where he's growing and showcasing some couples. And we're one of the first people that he's done this with. And that's just a sample of what he's doing. So he's doing a good job with it. And we were happy to help him out. We're always happy to help any channel out there, just for anybody who needs to know. If there's any YouTube channels that need help, however we can help you, besides giving you money, we are happy to do it. So, yeah, it's all right. He's doing a good job. Scotty's doing a good job. They're growing their channel. They're having a good time living in the Philippines. And so we want to encourage them and help them succeed. Because, Joe, as you know, and everybody else knows in the background there who's watching, our channel is all about everybody else, promoting them, helping them. That we believe that the community in the YouTube world is big enough for everybody. And we want everybody to be successful. We don't want to tear people down. So we want to try to build people up that deserves to be built up. If you're a piece of crap, well, I'm gonna tell you you're a piece of crap. But if you're good, then of course we're happy to help you with anything you need and or want to do. So that's what Scotty's been doing. So Him and Lynn are doing a great channel. They're growing and growing and growing. We're trying to get Lorelei's Facebook blog to grow. I don't know if you follow Lorelei's blog, Joe, on Facebook. If you don't, if you could go to her blog and watch a couple videos and follow her and encourage everybody else to do it. Lorelei's getting close to 1,000 people on Facebook following her Lorelei's blog, blog with a B. So I'm trying to promote and help her get to 1,000. Trying to get people to watch those videos and then follow her. Because we found out Facebook is a lot like YouTube. If you just go and click the follow button without watching, they don't count it. You gotta watch on Facebook so the person on Facebook can be counted. So she's excited. She's trying to grow. She needs about 130 or so to get to that 1,000 mark. And I don't know what happens at 1,000, Joe. I really don't. She's already monetized. She doesn't make any money on it, really. But I think you get some special recognition, another badge or something for that. So she's trying to do that. So we're trying to help her out. I want her to, to be successful in her endeavors is what I want. Joe, did you watch the football game last night? You're there in Missouri. I'm sure you got a lot of crying people around you. Woo-hoo, the Chiefs got robbed. Oh my God, they hurt Patrick. Oh, Patrick, we're so sad you got hurt, So we watched the game. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed the fact that Taylor Swift got booed, and we thought that was funny. We had no clue about the halftime show. I watched it, but I didn't understand it. I know that with their video, I've dropped over on Facebook. Yes, yeah. So Lorelei's just trying to build that, and if she can make some money at it, that's great. And the sad thing is, we're not monetized on our regular page, but we get a lot more views on the videos she put on that versus her blog. So we got to try to retrain and remarket and get people to go and watch her blog is what we got to do. So we're just trying to get her to grow. We're still working hard on the YouTube channel, trying to grow it. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. We're still doing videos on Dr. Barry and his book. We got a cool dog video I got to put together and have come out in the next day or so about our dogs. And pretty cool, pretty funny. I'll make something out of that. Got a bunch of little things to make shorts out of. I just got to do it. It's tax time in America, so I need to work on my taxes. We've got a lot of real estate people bugging us about selling our house. I'm trying to negotiate and talk to some of them. We're not ready to sell the house yet. We're going to wait a few more months. But, it's exciting. We're going to go to Alabama soon. We don't know exactly when we're headed to Alabama, but we're going to go down to Alabama for probably 7 or 8 days. I think we're going to go in maybe late April, early March, early May, April, May, somewhere around in there. And probably just rent an Airbnb, take the dogs with us so that we can go down to Alabama. We're going to go to the beach. And we're going to take all of you guys with us. We're going to take you with us. We're going to take you to the beach. We'll share. And then we're going to drive around and look at neighborhoods, talk to some real estate people, talk to a few home builders, you name it. We're going to be busy, busy, busy. But we're going to try to entertain all of you kind folks down in Alabama. So, and we're going to eat some seafood. Woo-hoo! Maybe I'll get lucky and get some fresh seafood. Some hush puppies. Ooh, doggy. Yum, yum, yum. My tum, tum, tum. And then man, I don't know. We got a lot to do. I gotta clean out the garage. If anybody wants to volunteer to clean out my garage, just hit me up. We got to get it organized. I got a bunch of boxes I need to pack of stuff that we don't need, so that when we do finally move, hopefully later this year, that we got that taken care of. Not a, it's less work to do. So that's what I've been doing. What are you guys going to be doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to grow your channel? Does anybody have any secrets on how to do YouTube that I need to know? Because you got to remember, you people are smarter than I am. So if you know how to grow your channel, get a better audience, how to make a viral video, man, let me know. I want to know. We want to know how to do it. We want to know how to do it. We do. I'm torturing my dog. So, but yeah, we're doing all right. I was sick last week for about 3 or 4 days. Tim was sick earlier in the live stream. He was really sick. So I was sick for about 3 days. Not super sick, but just kind of low and slow sick, as I call it. Not just boxed, but labeled as well. That's right. Got to be boxed, labeled, and organized. So I was telling them earlier, Joe, that Lorelei wants me to open up a YouTube store and sell Filipino merchandise and tropical shirts. So we might look into that. I got a line on some Philippine merchandise that we can buy, and I got a line on tropical shirts. Plus, I got a lot of brand new ones in my closets that people have sent me and or we bought on clearance. Tim says, "Good evening, Pack. I am back now. Thank you for coming back. How did you? Are you still feeling good?" Joe, say hello to Tim. Tim, say hello to Joe. Are you still feeling okay, Tim? Pat, I was sick yesterday. Acid reflux attacks. I had to take my medicine tonight early. Flu bug around. Yeah. Well, Tim was sick. He's in the Philippines. But I was telling him there's still a lot of sickness going on around here where we're at. So much so that Lorelei won't go to any parties. She gets invited to a lot of events, but she knows how easy it is for me to get sick. And if I get really sick, I got to go to the hospital, because of heart failure, lung failure, blah, 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 blah. So she's been skipping all the parties in hopes of not bringing anything home. So, Pat, I understand. And you need to take your acid reflux medicine every night. I do, and it works. Tim's saying hello to J3. Joe is saying good morning. Tim, same here, Brother David. Yes. So, I know Lorelei likes going to these parties, but she knows it's too risky to bring stuff home during the winter. Joe says, I'm in the same boat. Yes. Yeah, it's easy, when you have a lot of health issues, and I consider myself a very healthy, unhealthy person. I consider myself very healthy, except for I have heart failure, lung failure, and some other crap and everything else wrong with me. But I'm healthy for the most part. I can manage, you know what I mean? But COVID or flu, man, that stuff can put me under. Pat says, not good when you have heart problem. It's not. Well, and the bigger thing is the lung problem. Struggling to breathe is a huge thing. So COPD, all of that stuff. Restricted breathing. I get wet lungs because I have all these masses. I have masses in my lungs. So I have a lot of issues. So I have to take, every year I was telling them, my doctors go ahead and give me steroids and antibiotics. And I keep them all winter. And if I need it, I don't even ask permission. If I start feeling bad, I take a round of antibiotics or a round of steroids, depending on if it's the lungs. And they just, they just know how it is for me. I have to walk slowly, can't run like I used to. Well, I don't know. I can't run like I used to either, Pat, but I actually think that's kind of a good thing. You know, I ran in football and sports, but I never, ever remember enjoying it. So running wasn't my thing. Bicycling, you know, I enjoyed, but running was never my thing. Even when I played sports, yeah, I'll run, but it sucks. Pat says yes. Tim says, yeah, I ain't running. I ain't running anywhere. Nisha! Nisha, you're one of my wife's very favorite people in the world. Did you know that? She says, hello, sir. How are you? We are doing great. Everybody say hello to our young friend Nisha. Okay, which city? Which city about what? Which city? What do you mean? Give me more words. You're sounding like my Filipino wife. She says things like that. Which city? And I'm like, what do you mean, which city? Well, are you talking about what city we're going to? What city Tim is from? What city Joe is from? What city, you know? I mean, you got to give me more words. This is what I tell my wife all the time. You got to give me more words. So, Nisha, hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Nisha's a good channel friend. If I had to get somewhere fast, I will drive. Yes. Yeah. Luckily in the Philippines, you don't really have to get anywhere fast. Okay, yeah, I live in Arkansas. It's a state called Arkansas. What about, where do you live? I live in Arkansas. So, me, my dogs, and my beautiful wife, who's at work, slaving away, making money, so that I can buy, I got new hats, guys, I tell you. I got to buy, and she's working to make me money. I put her to work. I got to buy 2 new hats, which you guys are going to see down the road. I'm not wearing them today. And I got a whole bunch of new tropical shirts that I bought at Dillard's on clearance that are really cool. They're very subtle tropical shirts, but they're very nice. But I got some new hats. New hats. Okay, yeah, I can't tell what that flag is, to be honest. The icon is so little, and my eyeballs aren't good, you know. Sorry, no offense or anything, I just can't see it, to be honest. All I can kind of see is a red stripe that maybe does this. So, sorry about that. But live in the Germany. All right. Oh, we got a lot of friends in Germany. We have a lot of followers from Germany, believe it or not. They all think, or there's I got to think of the guy's name now. There's a German superstar that I'm related to. Him and I look exactly alike. I'm a little bit older than he is, but him and I are related. I just can't get him to send me any money. He doesn't like me, but him and I are twins. But I think he's a composer or a musician. I asked if somebody wouldn't call him up for me and have him send me $5 million so I could buy a beach house, but my money still hasn't arrived, so I don't think he's going to do it. But I can't remember his name either. So Nisha's laughing at all of us. But yeah, so I've been told that, I look like this German superstar. Which kind of makes sense since I'm German. I have German heritage, so, and I'm fat and I'm a white guy with a beard and I have short hair. And apparently that other guy is a kind of a chunky white guy with a beard and hair. So I am a supermodel. I did a video about that. I did a video where I did a video about a vest I bought where I was supermodeling it. Woo-hoo! So, but yes, I try to encourage, well, on a serious note about that, that might be him. I can't remember the name, but I wish if you could reach out to him and say, look, your long lost cousin in America would like to buy a beach house and he needs roughly $5 million. Maybe you could donate that to this long-lost cousin in America, that the German people would love and appreciate you even more if you could see it in your heart to give this poor American who has no money a beach house. If you guys in Germany could do that for me, man, I'd really appreciate it. Let me also say thank you. Thank you very much for all the thumbs up. We got 13 of them, so please give us more. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it. When I was born, they broke the mold. They didn't even want to make the same mistake twice. I know. And they didn't only break the mold, they shattered it. But I do say this. I say, look, I may not be a good-looking guy, but one thing I do enjoy is wearing cool hats, cool shirts, and trying to get them to match. You know, I even have watches that match my outfits. I don't have a green watch. I need a green watch. I need something that has like a green face. So when I wear my green shirts, my green stuff, I match. So, Scott, the expat in the Philippines. Hello, David and Lorelai, that's us. So I tried to match and accessorize. And even if you're an ugly person, I'll tell you this. I used to tell my students this. It doesn't matter how ugly you are, but if you dress nice, you get more respect. And I know that's sad, but it's the honest to God truth. The better you dress, right, the more respect you get. Scott, the expat in the Philippines, says, hello, Tim. Tim, I do have a face made for radio. Unfortunately, I don't have the voice. Yes. I don't either. I get told I sound like a girl, which pisses me off. We go like to the drive-thru at the bank or a fast food restaurant. They go, oh, thank you, ma'am. I'm like, ma'am? I ain't no damn ma'am. I'm a guy. You know, so I get told I got a girl's voice for some reason. But it's not true. I'm a manly man. I have a very deep, sexy voice. Scott, Tim says, hello. I wouldn't say you're ugly. You have a good voice. Well, I wish I had a James Earl Jones voice. Wouldn't that be cool to be able to speak like him? I would really like to be able to speak like him. Same here, Brother David. Yes, we're twins, brother. Nisha, he is like, no, ma'am, I ain't freaking male. That's right. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I'm serious. We go through Lorelai laughs at it all the time. You know, thank you, ma'am. I'm like, thank you for placing your order, ma'am. I'm like, what? You know, I'm a guy. You know, there's only two sexes, and and I'm the guy sex part. You know, so it is funny. I don't think I have a good voice. I do try. I did it when I was teaching. I need to do better with my voice. I used to practice when I was teaching, pausing and inflections in my speech pattern. So I would work on when I wanted to emphasize something in my speech or my lecture and, and pause and dramatic effect and all that. I worked on a lot of that when I was a teacher, but I haven't done it in a while. Nisha says, okay, bye-bye. We appreciate I need to go to school. Have a great day, everybody. Nisha, we will have a great day. Have a great day at school. And I will tell the beautiful Lorelai, the wife, that you came by and said hello. So, but I wish I had a James Earl Jones voice where you could really talk like deep and, very vibrato or whatever that is. But that would probably kill me. Martin Sheen's son played Mighty Ducks. You have the same voice as him, Brother David. All right, Martin Sheen's and the Mighty Ducks. I remember him. Yeah, I guess so. So Joe is typing some Filipino language words because he doesn't know English anymore. So he forgot that this is an English channel. You look like him. Well, I get told that a lot. And I get told that I look like Brian Dennehy a lot. And I'm okay with that. I wish Brian would give me... look, if all these people... Look, here's the deal. If all of these people that look like me, that are rich, if they would just give me $100,000 each, in a couple years I could have all the money I need to buy Lorelai a beach house. So Paul Harvey was a great voice. Paul Harvey was an expert in pausing. I used to listen to Paul Harvey and try to mimic that when I taught. Paul Harvey is a great speaker. Another one who's really good is Jerry Clower. You remember that country guy, Jerry Clower, used to tell stories? He's a great orator. I mean, great orator. I need to get back into that because I used to enjoy that. Scott Expat in the Philippines says, I will getting back to going lives good. David is still trying to get a few things out of the yard. Yes. Let me, just stay in touch, Scott. Maybe we can do a live stream together like this sometime. We need to do one of those. I can invite you to join me on a live stream on YouTube like this without doing StreamYard. Joe says, speaking to our friends in their language. Those friends need to learn English, Joe. This is America. Good day, Scotty. Good day, Joe and Johnny. So Lorelai and I figured out that even doing a vertical live stream on YouTube, if we set it up ahead of time, we can invite another channel, another person. It doesn't even have to be a YouTuber. They can come in and we can do a split screen live stream like this. It would be good. Yeah, we'd love to do a partnership with you. We're going to work harder partnering with Pete, the Scotty B Show and the Scotty and Lynn's channel. Lynn and Scotty's channel just did a video about us because they're trying to grow their channel. They got some programs going on. So we all need to make a commitment. If you want to grow your channel, that we need to figure out how to work together better. Tim, you and I, Scotty, all of us, anybody who's trying to grow your channel in here, we need to think about this next coming year. How can we work together better to benefit each other and to drive numbers to our channel? That's what we need to work on. It's kind of like we're going to go to Alabama. If there's any of our subscribers down in Alabama that want to meet up while we're in southern Alabama and do a little video collab together, we're happy to do it. We got a couple of channels locally here that follow us. They're really small, but they're good people. But the one I'm thinking of, the Dougshire channel, his wife passed away just literally about a month ago. So he hasn't been doing a lot. But once he starts feeling better, the Dougshire channel, who lives about an hour from me, him and I are going to get together and do some videos together. But I need to give him some time with his Filipino wife passing away. So we got to do that. But I'd like to do it, and you can do it anywhere in the world. We can do this whole thing from anywhere. I thought it was kind of cool because Lorelai and I did a split screen, even though we were in the same house. What we found was you got to make sure the phones are far enough away or you get that double feed. And so I had to keep Lorelai away from me in the other part of the house. But it still worked. It was pretty cool. I was thinking, in using it, it'd be really nice, like if Lorelai and I go to the zoo, right? She can wander off by herself looking at something, or a museum, I don't know, the beach, I don't know. Then I could be stationary because I'm old and fat and lazy, and I could be sitting, relaxing. And Lorelai could be doing all the walk around and the work, showing everybody the cool stuff, while I just hang back and have a good time. Yeah, Scott is really bad. She's not an old lady. She got cancer, fought it hard, but she didn't make it. And what I'll say about it is, because I thought, look, you guys all know my history. You guys know I've been in a coma. I've been dead 4 times. I have bad health. And I'm working very hard in my life to make sure Lorelai's financially taken care of. That's why I do YouTube. I only do YouTube because of Lorelai. I want her to be taken care of. But when my friend's wife, Filipino wife, died the other day, it makes us men realize, because he's about the same age, and she was younger. Same situation as Lorelai and I. Makes you kind of, go, oh, shit, that could happen to me too. And, I don't know. I don't know how to say it without being too whatever, but it kind of, you know, smacks you in the face a little bit that yes, the possibility of your spouse, your Filipina, passing away before before us, man, that would really suck. You know what I mean? You know how sucky that would be? So Joe says my channel is flaunding hardly. Is that a word, Joe? Flaunding? I never heard of. What is that? Floundering? What kind of word is that, Joe? I'm going to pick on you, Joe. Hardly growing plus with the dropping more and more every day. Oh, well, your watch hours are dropping more and more. It is what it is. Yeah. It's hard to do YouTube. It's hard to be successful. It really is, Joe. I mean, like I tell people, we've had over 10,000 subscribers, but we only have 3,600 on the books. It kills me, you know. We don't even make enough money to pay the internet bill yet. Scott, yes, you have to look out for each other. It does, you do. And I'm working, Lorelai takes great care of me, so I'm not worried about me at all. Plus, I've lived a full life. I've got to do so many things. But I want to make sure my wife is financially taken care of. And that's why we're going to move to Alabama, because we're hoping that Alabama is so much cheaper than where we live. We can put money in our pocket. And we don't need a giant house like this one. We want a big house, but we don't need one. And then we hope to build a house in the Philippines we're hoping to start building in 27. You need to be on YouTube consistently. You do, Scott. And that's why I'm on YouTube almost daily. I got videos coming out twice a week. I do some shorts here and there. And we do probably 5 to 7 live streams a week. Lorelai does some on the weekends by herself. She just does her thing while I'm in bed because she gets off work late. And then I do a lot of these during the evening. And when the spring weather gets here, I'm going to wake up in the mornings and do morning ones again. I'm going to take you guys fishing. We're going to make videos in Alabama. I'm going to do live streams in Alabama. We're doing everything we can to reach different audiences. I have friends, subscribers in the fishing community, the cruising community, the model building community, the Philippine relations community. So I think part of what we try to do is reach out to a bigger target, and we're trying that. We're trying. Otherwise, because the Filipino American community, if you focus just on that, it's too small. I don't think it's that big, unless you're showing the women in the Philippines. If you're one of those channels that can walk around the Philippines and show the girls on video, then you can really grow your channel, because even guys that don't want to marry a Filipino will still go watch those, right? A lot of people don't want to watch a married channel. They don't. They want to watch single men chasing women, or single women, or women pretending to be single, trying to attract men. You know what I mean? So couples channels are not the easiest to do. But we're working on it. We're committed to it, and we're working on it. We are. And it's even like the series about Dr. Ken Berry's book about what lies doctors told me. You know, there's 27 chapters. So I have 27 or 28 short videos with an intro, 5 to 8 minutes long. I'm reading his book, and I'm basically doing a chapter review because a lot of people, I guess his book is a big deal. And so I'm trying to reach a different audience in that. Because I think if you're looking at how to grow your channel, the Philippine American community, unless you're, I don't know, it's hard to, you know, it's hard, I think. I think it's hard to break into that community and be very successful, like Ned was. You know, Ned, My Philippine Dreams, had a great channel. He doesn't do anything anymore. But he got married and had a bunch of kids, and now he's happy. I think he's living back in America. So, You know, Brian, what is it, Philly in the Philippines, he has a bigger channel, but he's been doing it a long time, and he used to just walk around and look at girls, you know, show girls on his channel. And that helped him grow a lot. You know, I don't know if Tim K is still around, who has a really big channel, but, you know, I think his channel grew a lot because he showed his wife on the channel a lot. So I don't know. But how do you grow a channel like this? How do you grow your channel, Scott? What plan of action should we have? Pat says, think I'm going to still growing, Pat. So you're still growing? I think, well, I'm down 45 pounds, boys and girls. Hear that? I'm down 45 pounds in the last 10 months. 45 pounds. I don't know, 45? 45 pounds. My goal this coming year is to get another 25 to 30 off. So that's my goal. Now, I got a lot of problems that's coming with this, because I got a lot of kick-ass tropical shirts that are now going to be too big for me. Yeah, Ned, my Philippine dreams slowed down. He did. Is he still growing? I haven't checked in on him quite a while. But yeah, the thing is, once you get a good number of people, you don't have to be as active. Because, you know, people look at channels and go, hey, they got 20,000 subscribers. It must be a pretty good channel. So people will go back and watch what they call evergreen videos. This is something that I learned that's very important. You got to make evergreen videos. And what I mean by that is maybe you don't want to make a video about this year's Super Bowl, because nobody's going to care about the Super Bowl in another week, right? So if you make a video about that, you got to realize it's not going to get played over and over. If you make a video about, like I have, about New Balance shoes or Skechers shoes, a product line, well, it's been on there for 3 years and it has a huge number. Charles Sanders, how are you, my friend? What's going on in your world down there? Are you working, slaving away? I'm sure you are. You're always working, my friend. Scott Expat says, I'm monetized but don't get paid. Ouch. Well, if anybody's in here who hasn't subscribed to Scott's channel, please do. And Scott, you know you're blue, so you're welcome to drop your link to your channel if you want to, okay? Tim says, you just have to be lucky with the video that YouTube recommends. I agree. I have one video that I got over 4,000 watch hours in less than a month. I know. You got a video out there right now that has 75,000 views. So if you guys will check out Tim's video too, it'd be great. Charles says, I've been working like crazy. I know, man. You're a hardworking man. And you look like a spring chicken, but I don't think you're a spring chicken anymore, so be careful. I do videos now when they get to 50 videos. Okay. All right. Walking the dogs. Nice. Tim's dropping his link again. Scott, you can drop your link. Anybody can drop your link if you're blue. Charles has got his name up there versus his channel today. Mike Donald, it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Everybody say hello birthday to Mike and everybody else who celebrates their birthday on this fine day. So yeah, you got to get lucky. You know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. And I was talking to some people the other day about this. You know, we appreciate super chats. We do, don't get me wrong. We like the super chat money, but we don't like the fact, because we're doing a fundraising for school supplies for the Philippines. And if anybody wants to donate money for us to help us with the school supplies, we want you to go to PayPal, our PayPal account, and send it that way. Now, and why we do this is because if you super chat us, YouTube gets 30%, we get 70%, and I got to pay taxes on it. The double-edged sword is this. YouTube will promote you if you get super chats, because YouTube knows that they're getting 30% of your money. So even though we don't like paying YouTube that 30%, it is really good for your channel to get super chats, whether it's $1, $10, it doesn't matter. And so I'm changing my mind and attitude about that a little bit. I think it's important for your channel to get super chats, and if you want to grow, so that YouTube, if YouTube's making money off of you, then they're going to promote you. And I know they say that's not the way it is, but common sense is common sense. You can't tell me it doesn't make common sense that if they're getting money off of me, that they're not going to promote me, right? Scott says, thank you, David. We'd tried the Google AdSense, but they kept wanting more info. Yeah, we have Google AdSense. That's how we get paid. So we do that. Well, I got my W-9. I got my tax document today from there. So that's how we do it. We get that too. It's not that bad, to be honest. I would go ahead and do the paperwork. I have it set up in Lorelei's name, so... Tim says, back in a while. Okay, Tim. Bama's in the house. Everybody say hello to Bama Nolan. If you haven't, subscribed to his channel, please do. He's saying hello to me and Scott and Tim. Bama, how are you? How are you feeling? You doing all right, man? I hope you're doing well. He's saying hello to Mike because Mike had a birthday. And today we will celebrate everybody's birthday. So I would encourage you, if you want to make money, to go ahead and Charles and say hello to Charles. You have to pay taxes on that? Yes, I do. I have to, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely got to pay taxes. So, yeah. But you got to think about the long term. You know, I'm no expert in this, but we're in this. We've been doing this for 4 years. I have no problems foreseeing us continuing to do this for 10 years. And maybe it takes me 10 years to get to 5,000 subscribers. I don't know. But I also have the hope that one day we might break loose, that our channel we may get lucky. Maybe the video that the Scotty B Show and Lynn did for us gets out there and somebody finds it and they think it's funny and humorous, and we all of a sudden get picked up by a bigger channel and grow. So I'm trying to be hopeful in the sense that I don't know what's going to happen. Just finished taking my insulin shot for the week. Excellent, my friends. How are you doing on your weight? I'm down 45 pounds. I hope you're doing good on your weight. My doctor, I'm not diabetic, but my doctor told me about this diabetic drug that you guys can take that cuts like 400 calories out of your diet and helps diabetes patients lose weight. But then he was like, oh yeah, but you're not diabetic. I'm glad you remember that, doctor. I reckon they get enough taxes out of us. They do. But, you know, look, maybe we make $1,000. I didn't look at it. Let's say we made $1,000 this year, and I got to pay taxes on it, right? But what if the day comes in 3, 4, 5 years where instead of it's $1,000 a year, it's $25,000 a year? And I got to pay taxes on that. So that leaves me with $15,000, $17,000. That's big money. So I do it in hopes of a financial future. That's why I do it. I take the beating now, work my ass off with YouTube in hopes that maybe someday we will be a 30,000 subscriber channel or 100,000 subscriber channel. So... Scott Expat says, thank you, Joe and Jenny's journey. I lost 20. Woo-hoo! That's good, buddy. 20 pounds is good weight, man. Yeah, I'm down 45. I want to get another 25 off this year. So this year. I stopped taking my diabetes tablets. I was feeling bad on them. Yeah. Ozempic. Yes. Well, yeah, that's one of the shots, right? Yeah. Did you guys all go see my video about how I got $5,000 from Medicaid, Medicare. I don't have Medicaid. Medicare. You guys see that video I did? Man, it's changed my life. I gotta admit. You feel better now, it's good. If you feel better off of them, then that's important. But if you have diabetes, and I don't know a lot about diabetes, you gotta watch that and be careful. But yeah, this year, you guys need to go watch that video for me because I need the views. But basically, I'm able to put $5,000 back in my pocket, and there's a new program for my medicine. I just ordered $1,000 worth of freaking medicine. No, sorry, $1,400 for drugs today, and it cost me nothing. Because I'm going to pay $180 a month for the year, every month, and that's all I pay. So I'm paying Medicare $150 a month, every month, and I pay nothing at the checkout for my drugs. It's a new program that they've created for people like us who spends a lot of money on drugs. Scott says, I don't take the insulin. Okay, good. That's good. And Bama's only taking it one shot a week, he said, so that's really good. My grandfather took it daily, and he lost his leg to diabetes. So you got to be really careful with that. So, but I've heard the weight loss shots work really well. So I hope it continues for you. Scott says, that's good. I pay around $75. Yeah, so what they've done on mine is they've said, look, your stop loss is $2,000. Last year it was $7,000. So it's changed to $2,000. And what they said was, you can give us the $2,000 now by buying your drugs, because the drugs I bought in the last 30 days are about $2,800. So I would have already paid $2,000. But they have a program called MPPP, Medicare Preferred Payment Plan. And they said, so what we offer you is, since before we get to the stop loss is $2,000, you can just give us $2,000, or we could bust it up over 12 months and bill you every month for 1/12 of the $2,000. And then when you buy your drugs, you pay nothing. And like today, I ordered $1,400 and something worth of drugs. Yeah, and then 3 days ago, I ordered $400 worth of drugs, so, you know what I mean? Bama says, my dad took the shot twice a day and was always high. Yes. Yeah, we had to be really careful with my grandfather. I remember that, that he took his daily, and he checked his blood sugar all the time, and different things would mess him up and put him over and put him under. And, always a balancing act. He always had to carry certain foods with him just in case. And so it can be tough. I mean, I'm very blessed. The one thing I don't have wrong with me right now is diabetes. I mean, it's kind of a shocker, to be honest, that I don't have diabetes. But I'm very, 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 very happy that I don't have diabetes. It really doesn't run in the family. But everything else runs in the family. Cancer, which I don't smoke, so I'm okay there. Everybody who smokes gets cancer in our family. Heart disease, that runs in the family a lot. So lung issues run in my family. I'm not the only one with a lung disease. None of them have this. We don't all have the same lung diseases. But we all have something, not all of us, but most of us have something wrong with our lungs. So it's kind of weird how that works, but it's all right. What are we going to do, right? So I'm really happy about my new $5,000 back in my pocket this year. $5,000 that I don't have to spend that I spent last year. Which is good, because we had a bad year last year. How did you guys do? Let me ask you this question, if you guys don't mind answering. And you can just say good or bad. How was your financial year last year? Was it good or bad? We have Medicare here in Australia, yes. I haven't claimed back on it. I don't check my bloods. I have the things for the blood machine. Yeah, the blood count thingies. Yes, yes. So well, you got to check. Do you, Scott? Are you not having? So you feel well enough that you don't need to check your blood level? Because remember, I don't know anything about diabetes. I'm not an expert in it. I'm an expert in a lot of things, including hats, but not diabetes, my friends. But we had a really crappy year last year financially. And my two dogs are sitting here looking at me, and they're part of the reason. We lost $12,000 paying medical bills on my dogs. So we spent a boatload of money on the dogs, and then we spent a boatload of money on medical bills last year for Lorelei and myself, both. So we had a bad financial year. It has to be under 6.5, Scott says, okay. Tim says, I had a fair to good year. Nice, but you're in the Philippines, so that's good. Not good on vet fees. No, 12 grand in vet fees. Lily, our red dog, wiener dog, got hit by a car, remember? And then Daisy got diagnosed with heart failure. And then she got really sick, and we thought she was dying for weeks. We couldn't figure out, we thought she was dying. We thought the heart was giving up. And we spent all kinds of bills, taking her to different vets, getting second opinions, and all of that. Lay there. Come on. Lily wants to sit on my lap. It's all right, Daisy. So we spent tons of money. I mean, literally 12 grand on vet bills. Literally 12,000 out of pocket. Remember, there's no insurance. That's just money out of my pocket. But we got lucky. Lily, here. There's Lily. She's doing better. The only problem is she's crippled now. This foot, I don't know if you can see it, is crippled. So, but otherwise, she's doing all right. Daisy, the heart failure dog, Pat says, that's high, Brother Dave. It is, tell me about it. And Daisy with the heart failure, she still has heart failure, but she's a lot better now because we put her on steroids, and then we put her on a strong antibiotic. And apparently she had some kind of really bad infection. And the antibiotics finally kicked in and helped, and she's doing much better. But yes, $12,000 in medical bills for the dogs. And I can't claim that on my taxes. All of the medical bills that Lorelei and I paid for ourselves, we get to claim on our taxes. If you meet above a certain amount, or a percentage, 7% I think it is, of your total income, you get a deduction for your medical bills. If it's less than 7%, you don't get anything. My small dog had 1,500 vet, yeah. Well, when Lily got ran over by the car, that emergency vet bill was, I think, $4,000. I don't know what it was, 4 to 5. It might have been the $5,000 mark. It was a big ass bill, but I paid it. And and I need to I need to update my glasses this year, so I got to go spend some money on that. And so Lorelei and I are dreaming and praying and hoping we will have a better financial year this year. So having Medicare, sorry, I don't have Medicaid, Medicare change their structure for me is a good sign. Yep, not good. I think vets rip you off. They do. But if they're really sick, you need to take care of them. We have yes. Wow, yes. Yes. They put over insurance, yes, for the animals, yes. Well, and that's the thing. I do think vets rip you off because they know it's an emotional thing. They know that humans are attached. It's like me. I didn't tell them this. But if that vet bill would have been $25,000 when she got hit by the car, and I would have paid it. I would not have not paid the bill. I would have not took her to the vet. You know what I mean? So, and they know this. They know this. Bama says, I've been telling my doctor for years that I thought I was diabetic. They refused to check it. That's stupid. My A1C was around 0.7, 7.0 when they done my lab work once a year. Yes. Nicholas Williams in the house. Everybody say hello to Nicholas. Nicholas, say hello to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I remember back in the day, my grandfather's dog going to the vet was about $200, which is not bad back in the day. Yes. They're just bad as dentists. Yes. Right? And look, here's what I'm going to tell you about doctors. If you're talking to your doctor and they don't want to listen, they don't want to do a test, fire their ass and get a different doctor. When I had the heart attack is when they found out, yeah, I know, man. Scott says, I am not getting anyone else on my chat. You're not getting anybody to come into your chats? Well, are you doing them vertically or horizontally? Horizontally, they don't push out very well. Vertically, they like to push out now. But if you tell me when you're doing a chat, I'll try to come to your live stream. And look, we only got 8 people watching here today. But what I'm going to tell you is when we're all said and done with this, YouTube will say that I probably had 100 or 150 views on this live stream because so many people come in and out, in and out, in and out. And that counts, so that helps. Then, and if you can start a conversation with somebody, so you're doing the verticals, good. YouTube is not pushing these out as much as they were about 3 months ago, but they're still pushing them out. Pat says, I done that too, Brother David. I had to change doctors over the years. Almost, yeah, I remember you talking something about that in 2017. Well, and I'm really blessed because my doctor, my primary care doctor, I tell him, you know, we talk about, he's like, okay, you know, you want to try this, you want to try that, you know, what did you hear about? You know, what did you see on TV? You know, him and I talk like this, and I'm like, well, okay, about even diabetes. You know, I've asked him, you know, do you think I'm diabetic? Nope, you know, but we can verify. You know, we're going to check that, you know, he's okay with it. I've called him up and said, look, even my lung specialist, I went there on my last checkup and I said, hey, I would really like to have a CAT scan of my lungs. It's been a couple years. Can we do one? And he's like, absolutely. I'll find a reason to justify it from the insurance company. And they did. So you got to find doctors who are willing to, you know, we can figure out. If they won't, get rid of them. Scott says, I was seeing Tim and Joe and Jenny Journey, but they just, myself answering to you. Oh, so you're not seeing yours on my live stream? Is that what, let me go back. So if you're not seeing other people on my live stream like this, and you're not seeing a bunch of people chatting, or your own chat, your own words, you might have to log out and log back in. So that's one thing I've been told by others. When that happens, they need to go out and come back in. They kind of log off and come back in. They check your bloods, your pulse, and everything. Yeah, my doctor man, he's a good doctor. Like, all right, let's figure this out. You know. It's like the other day when I went, you know, I have neuropathy in my feet. It's so freaking bad, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I don't care if I weighed 10 pounds, I wouldn't be able to walk very far. And he's like, man, you know, look, we could do this, that. And I said, well, we've already done that. And he's like, well, you want to do them again? I'm like, no. You know, so he's like, all right, well, let's cross that out, you know. And so, yeah, same here, Pat says. So that's what I do. I have a good doctor. My lung doctor is a good doctor. He calls me a miracle because he was there when I was in the coma, treating my lungs at the hospital. He saw me in the coma. And so he remembers very well. And he even watched my video about the coma that I was in, the video I did on YouTube. And he told me, he's like, man, I had no clue. He's from Pakistan. And he's like, man, I had no clue that people went through that. He told me, he's like, I'm really glad you made that video because it helps me as a doctor understand what my patients could be going through. It's like, we had no clue. And I told him and talking to him, I said, yeah, comas are not all about seeing a white light and seeing angels and blah, blah, blah bullshit. So, Pat says, I have tendonitis in my feet and ankles. Yes. Yeah, the Revital machines. Yeah, I thought about buying one of those pads that you put your feet on and it's supposed to help stimulate. But then I read the disclaimer on it. It said if you have a pacemaker, you're not supposed to use them. So I didn't buy one because I was going to buy one. But it said that you're not supposed to use it with the pacemaker in. Bone spurs. I got bone spurs too. Kaya is asking, are you Republican or Democrat? I don't consider myself anything. I vote for who I think is the right person to be in the office. So I'm actually neither. There. I wouldn't classify myself as either. The way the Democrats are behaving lately makes me not want anybody to think I'm a Democrat. You know, for damn sure. I don't want to be associated with how much they're crying about how much government corruption there is and how they think it's so wrong that we should look at it. You said it, 40. Yeah, I hear you on that day. Yes, yes. I have multiple bone spurs on my spine. I have some on my spine too, Tim. I will not let them go in and touch my spine. They wanted to go in and drill the holes wider for the nerves to go through. Like, man, I'm just not too excited about anybody going in and touching my spine. I'd rather be in pain. But it's not good, yeah. I've had one ankle reconstruction surgery, worst surgery I've ever had in my life. I don't recommend it. Tendon reconstruction. But I have neuropathy really bad. They just hurt like hell. And I have a knee, my left ankle is the one that's been restructured. And it hurts like a mother every day. I've lost feeling in it. My right knee has been replaced. So I have a bad foot and a bad knee on the different sides. I don't know if I can do that also. Yes, man, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, don't do the back surgeries. Not good with pacemakers, no. And that's why we don't have one. But I wanted one, but it said do not use a pacemaker. I'm like, all right. And by the way, I get a new pacemaker this year. No way, Tim says, some days I can't even, that's why I am. That's why I use a mobility scooter. And I need a new one really bad. I felt, how embarrassing is this? I'm glad there wasn't a video of this. So we're shopping this weekend, right, at Dillard's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I'm on my personal mobility scooter. And I don't know what happens, but I wind up turning the damn thing over, and crashing. Luckily, nobody saw me but Lorelei. But I really got to get a better scooter. I'm just too big for the scooter I have. It's just not designed right for me. But I'm grateful to have it. But I use a mobility scooter when I go to the stores and stuff. So I encourage everybody to buy one, to get one. And if I could ever get the ones I want, I'd be happy to share mine. So I have to, Scott says, I have to go a message at our local Chinese massage parlor. Woohoo! Gonna have a massage at the local Chinese. Are you getting a happy ending? Is that what you're doing, Scott? Just asking. You don't have to divulge. How much is your happy ending? I go to the chiropractor's I haven't been to a chiropractor in years. I haven't. I probably should. Probably make me feel better. But like, let's say we go to the Asian store, our local Asian store, it's not very big. And if I use the shopping cart, if I push the shopping cart, I can manage. But I almost use it like a walker. And I don't know, I guess it takes some weight off of my feet, or it helps me walk not as wobbly. I don't know what it does. But using a shopping cart like an old person, I can do the Asian store because it's not too big. But at Walmart, man, by the time I'm done at Walmart walking, I won't be able to walk for a day or two because I hurt so bad. So mobility scooters are great, guys. If you have trouble walking, don't be shy about it. I don't like admitting it, but it's better than not going. You know what I mean? It's one thing I've come to terms with is I don't like being disabled and having to use one, but I'm appreciative of what it allows me to do. Scott says, I only pay $80 for an hour and I help the girls out for extras. I bet you do. Does your wife know? When we were in Tim, how much are the massages in the Philippines? $20? Happy endings an extra $5 versus $80 plus. Don't forget those tips. I use a shopping cart even when I'm only getting, a shopping cart, it's like a walker. It helps me walk, and I'm much happier pushing the shopping cart. It keeps up, I don't know what it does. Maybe it makes my back straighter. I don't know, but I use a shopping cart. So, but Tim, how much are massages in the Philippines now? One thing I thought was funny, when we were on a cruise ship a couple years ago, and we haven't been in a while, we looked at getting massages. They wanted like $150 an hour on the cruise ship. No, I ain't paying that. No, she's on a need not to know basis. I know. I know. I don't know about massage prices. Well, I figured you did. I know Lorelai got 2 or 3 of them in the Philippines. I'm kind of weird. I'll admit, I really don't like people, when they do the pedicure, I don't mind that, but I don't want to lay down where I can't see around me and having somebody touch me. I don't know. I just can't do it. But Lorelai even had them come to our house in the Philippines and do it. And I think she'd give them $20, and they even come to the house and do it. I went to one in Lapu-Lapu. Yes, Lapu-Lapu, very familiar with it. A Korean massage place. I bet you did, you dirty dog. I wonder who gives us better massage, the Filipino girls or the Korean girls? Or was there Filipino women in the Korean massage? So, but that's my problem. I don't want to be laying flat with somebody massaging me, and I can't. I don't know. I have a problem with that. I've been told it's about $20 to $40 for a massage. Yeah, I think we paid $20 and the girl would come to the house and give Lorelai a massage. And maybe she tipped her more. I don't really know. Chinese and Thai, yes. What about the ones that walk on you? Who are those? Who are the ones that walk on you? I don't want that either. But, and then of course, some of us men who are married would never allow a happy ending. So if you're not allowed and wouldn't go to a happy ending place, then why go and have a massage? You know what I mean? I don't see the logic in, because that'd almost be like having a steak dinner and not eating all of the steak, right? I don't know. Am I getting in trouble with that one? No, I don't get them ones. But I think if you go and don't do the happy ending, then wouldn't that be like having a nice steak dinner and throwing half of it in the garbage or something? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't like it. I don't mind the foot ones. In the Philippines, we'd have foot massages, and I like those. And I like them doing that, but. And what about the ones with the suction cup? Where don't they heat up like some glass cup and they stick it on your skin and your skin sucks in or something like that? So, and I don't think I could be a massage therapist. I don't like touching people either. I don't like being touched, and I don't like touching people. Maybe I'm weird. My dog is demanding more of a massage. If I quit petting my dog, she gets bad and hits me with her paw because she wants more. That's a good price in the Philippines. You don't have to have an happy ending, Scott says. Well, I know, but wouldn't that be like having a steak dinner and not having dessert? You pay all of this money for this wonderful meal and then you don't have the dessert. Well, it's kind of disappointing, right? It's kind of, it's kind of like having steak and baked potato and then you turn down the cheesecake. Well, some of us would eat the cheesecake and turn down the steak, so. I was like drinking a non-alcoholic, yeah, there you go, non-alcoholic beer. The question is, why bother? There you go, Tim, that's what I meant. You get what I mean. Scott says, mobility scooters need to upgrade. I do, badly. But I got two that I like. One's a travel one, and one's an outdoor regular one. And they both run about $2,800. So they're out of my price range. But if you're going to travel like we do on cruises and things like that, you got to have one that's designed to fold up, that can travel on planes and can go on cruise ships. But if you're going to go outdoors and go to parks and fishing and museums and aquariums, you need one that's designed for that, because the fold-up travel one cannot handle that. You'll tear it up in a heartbeat because the tires are the wrong type. I got a happy ending and walked out happy. Oh my goodness, I'm going to tell your wife. So, you're horrible. My wife is the one that gives me a happy ending. Cat. See, there's my dog. See, look at her. See? She's irritated because I won't pet her. All right. See? This is the good leg. She likes the good leg massage because it's so sore from carrying her weight. Bossy dogs. I saw a scooter with tank. I did too. And that's pretty cool, right? All terrain. I seen it too. I've seen those. It's really cool, man. I don't need that. The one I'm looking at, the one I kind of like is called the Baja, and it's kind of designed for a bigger guy like me. It's designed to go into grass and gravel, not huge gravel, but gravel. It's designed it's the type that I could take fishing easily and run around at a zoo or a park, a concert, and be comfortable. And so that's what I'm looking at. It's called the Baja. It does have lights on it, if I remember right, but it's $2,800. Yes, they do have carry-ons, and that's what I'm looking at. The one that I looked at that folds up into almost the size of a suitcase with the appropriate battery for airlines is $2,800. There are a lot of off-brand ones, generic brands, Chinese. I have a cheap Chinese one in the garage that we bought in the Philippines. So you can buy them a lot cheaper, but they are definitely not the same quality. We'll let you carry it on. Yeah. It's a carry-on. That's it. But the one that we got in the Philippines, when we brought it back, we put it under the belly of the plane and had no problems. So even the carry-ons, when they fold up, depending, I never worried too much about that. I have to go pick up CJ up. All right, buddy. Yep, I'm a very naughty boy. But if my back feels bad, I agree with that. The notches in my back, yes. Well, yeah, the scooters aren't cheap. They're not. Yes, Pat. Well, Scott, take care. We'll see you again, my friend. We appreciate you being here. Pat, you can get them a lot cheaper. If it has a big turning radius, it's bad. Thanks again, Kuya. Oh, anytime, buddy. Would you have to ask the airlines what acceptable? Yes, and there's a standard. There's a standard size, weight, and battery. It's about the lithium ion battery. So if you're willing to check it in a plane, if you pay the extra money, you can put a really big one in a plane, but you got to pay them. But yes, there are ones specially designed for the airlines and the cruise ships. And that's what I need for when we go on cruises and fly. They fold down to about the size of a carry-on suitcase. And they are a lot of cheaper ones, but a lot of them won't hold weight. So they're not going to hold but maybe a 200-pound person, and I weigh 290 pounds. They're not going to have the right seat height. They might be only 14 inches from the platform up. Most adult males need 18 inches to sit properly. They may be so small and cramped that you can't fit on them. But yeah, they're technically a carry-on. And they got a lot of weird ones now that you can buy that you use, that you can carry on a plane. If you're a normal human being and you don't want to use it a whole lot, but to get to the airports, but what you got to think about is, how are you going to use it when you land? Are you just using it to get in the airports? But are you going to take it places with you when you're on vacation? That's where that trouble comes in. Yeah, you can buy one probably for $800 that's airplane ready, but it's not going to be any good to do anything else. The battery's not going to last long. It's not going to have the power that you need to get upgrades. The turning radius, the clearance, the ground clearance is very important. So you got to think about all of that when you look at them before you buy it just because it's airplane ready, right? And that's where I'm at. The one that I think would work best, now it's going to be an indoor one. It's not going it would have to, you could take it on pavement, right? Like if you're outside at a zoo or Disney World, it would work okay there. But you're definitely not going to ever be able to take it a lot of places. Tim says, Scott, take care. Have I ever read the Quran? I have not. I have not read the Quran. See you, Tim and Joe. Jenny, by the way, Philippines did the right move. He was great channel as well as Philo in the Philippines. Been watching both of them since 2004. Nice. 2014, sorry. Well, Scott, we appreciate your support of our channel, and we know you support many others. And that's what we have to do in this community is support each other. If I show you, David, that one I saw on Amazon, you might know I'm explaining it. Okay. Do you have here? I'll tell you what, Pat, I got my other thing here, my iPad, and I got Amazon pulled up. Can you just tell me the name? Put the name in the thing. And I'll pull up Amazon right here, and I'll type it into the Amazon search engine and see if I can find it, Pat. So sure, just tell me what it is, make and model, whatever it's called. Okay, again, thanks, David. Love you, Lorelei. Thank you for saying that. She needs all the support as we try to grow her Facebook career. She's trying to become a Facebook mogul. So, appreciate you, Scott. Loved everybody. Appreciate you, buddy. So, yeah, if you can find it, I will look at it. Tell me what it is. I will find it, I guess. So there's a lot to consider when you buy a scooter. You know, the one we got, it's a cheap Chinese one. It has a lot of features that are no bueno, just no good. But I gotta say, it's pretty tough. But it's like I've tipped it over a bunch of times. I fell over on it, like even this weekend. So that's why I encourage people to get one, but I encourage you to think about it long and hard. Try them out, study them before you invest your money in them, because it's a big ticket item. And even Walmart.com sells mobility scooters really cheap. They're not the name brand ones, they're knockoffs from China, but they do sell them pretty cheap. Because I will send you a message when I'm on Facebook. Great. Yeah, it's Lorelei's blog that we're trying to grow. So watch, if you go to Lorelei's blog, my wife's blog on Facebook, and watch some of her stuff and follow her. And if you can get other people to follow her, man, I'd really appreciate that. Because we're really trying to get her to 1,000 followers. Which is small. Because we see people on Facebook that has like 10, 20, 30, 40, 100,000 followers on their reels or vlogs. So appreciate you, Scotty. Scott, we appreciate you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it goes well. Just don't tell your wife about the happy ending. But you can buy all kinds of mobility scooters. You just got to really think about what works well for you. Oh, Lily. I have my other channel on Facebook, Scott's Expat in the Philippines. Okay, good. Well, maybe we can work together on growing both of those. Well, see, here's kind of the generic brand of the travel one that's discounted down to $2,000 roughly. See, that one's kind of a, I know you guys can't see it very well, a travel scooter, because that all folds down. And but it has a weight capacity of 275 pounds. So that's what you got to look at and think about. And this one's not a bad one, it doesn't appear. It has a 200 watt brushless motor and shocks, decent wheels. This one's actually not too bad. I don't know what the turning radius, I have to look into it, but it's $1,800 and it looks like there's a $300 coupon. So you could pop it, maybe that's what you're talking about. You could pop it down to 1,500 bucks. So not too bad on this one. I might have to study this one a little bit more. But for me, it's very particular about the turning radius and how high the seat. Oh, the ATTO, the Alto. Let me pull that one up. I know that brand. That brand is a pretty good scooter, Pat. I'm going to tell you that. It's not one of the crappy ones. Yeah, that one's $2,800. Yes, that's a good quality, good brand. That's correct, Tim. That's correct. And what you're going to do with it. all the hill climbing, but carrying extra weight, I agree. And you got to think about comfort. So you can buy some of these airline approved scooters, but you got to realize they're not going to be super comfortable. Yeah. Trying to find an Alto. I'll go this way. Yeah, yeah, that's what you got to keep in mind is what's the purpose of them? If you're going to use it to airports and things like that, you can do that. I do think they got some cheaper ones, depending on your weight capacity, Pat. That might work very well also. I'm looking at Alto's, I'm trying to look at their website. Yeah, that's the classic is $3,100. See this one, can you see that? That's the type that folds up into a suitcase. Those are really good for traveling because the airplanes and everything you can stow it. So, so you're 129 foot. Oh yeah, Pat, you could do a lot. You could do a lot cheaper. With that weight, do you think you could go to Walmart.com? They got some generic models that you could probably. I'm going to pull it up because I saw it a while back. You could probably put, you know, a lot cheaper. A lot of people don't know, but Walmart has gotten into selling mobility scooters. But you got to get them online. So, here's a real common one from Walmart. And since you're kind of lightweight, this one would probably work okay for you. And it's only $600, $569 at Walmart. So, it's an off-brand, but I think it would work just fine. And it's a lot cheaper. It has a weight capacity of 265 pounds. You get free gift cards all the time. That's cool. Man, hell, Pat, can't beat that. But go to Walmart.com. I think Amazon sells a lot of the name brand ones and they're pricier. If you go, from Amazon, oh, that's cool if you can save up and do it. But there's a lot of different ones at Walmart.com, and they're quite a bit cheaper than Amazon, but they're also an off-brand, a no-name brand, or whatever you want to call it, Chinese brand. And I'm okay with that because the Chinese one I have is damn tough. The problem is the turning radius, the function, it's just not the right one for me. I tip over in it a lot. And it has a horrible turning radius, which for me is very important. How do you get free gift cards watching videos, Pat? How do you do that? I want that. Tell me how to do that, Pat. How do you get free gift cards for watching videos? I need that. Because I got time, I can watch videos. Adds up quick, kind of a slow pace. Well, how do you do it? If you don't mind. I can do it, I got free time. But look around at your scooter ability and you'll be surprised what you can find. Now, I've told you before, when you're actually in the Philippines, a mobility scooter is good, but it's limited because the terrain in the Philippines is rough and uneven. But if your mobility scooter is a travel one like that, and it's lightweight, if you need to pick it up and carry it for a little bit, you can. Because in the Philippines, your mobility scooter is limited without question. I mean, you could take it to the mall and run around the mall in it, right? Which is good. But if you're going on the sidewalks, you're screwed. It ain't gonna happen. Well, let me pull that up, Pat. I'm gonna look that up. Prize. Prize Rebel. Take free paid surveys, redeem for free PayPal, cash, or Bitcoins. All right. I'm going to work on that tomorrow, Pat. Pat, thank you for the heads up. So I think with your ability of being kind of a lightweight guy, you could do that. You could take a travel one with you like that. It runs you $600-700 from Walmart, and you'll probably be okay, without question. The only question we got to look at is to make sure that you won't have any electrical charging issues in the Philippines, which the scooter I bought didn't have any because it had a transformer pack built into the power cord. So, but we would take, my scooter is a little, it's not horrible bulky, but it's not the easiest travel one. So we would take it to the mall and I would use it in the mall in the Philippines, but you definitely can't run up and down the roads and sidewalks with it. So you got to be a travel one. You'd have to have a pretty industrial one. But you can also, if you're living in the Philippines, they got all kinds of electric scooters that you can buy, or scooters in the Philippines that works outdoors. So, you know, just this or that. But if you're only going for a vacation and you wanted to get through the airports so you don't got to walk as much, then I think that would be a worthy thing. And then if you're going to go on vacation and use it at the malls, I think you're okay. I really do. I think that would work just fine, Pat. I really do. I need, I just know, let me see if I can find the one I'm looking at. The one I'm looking at that I would like to have for my outdoor life, for my, you could still take it to Walmart and places like that. Gonna make me sign, I don't wanna sign into that. So the one I'm looking at for my everyday life is, well, now it's $3,000. It was 2,800. Is that one, guys? That's the one I think would work well for me for the outdoor activities that I do. It's not a super outdoor one, but it would work where we go very well, and I could still take it into malls and Walmarts. When I fly, I request handicap assistance at all, airports. It's free from airlines to get through security and other checkpoints. I agree. And Pat, if you didn't know that, what Tim is talking about, and maybe you don't need a mobility scooter to get through the airports, because you can just put down that you're handicapped. And I'm gonna tell you what happens is, one, you get through the lines faster. Two, they can either get you on a cart, a golf cart, because they have them, and help you get from one place to the other. We've done this many of times. Many times. We put down that I'm handicapped, which I am. And then when I get off the plane, I will walk off the plane, but a lot of times they'll have golf carts and take you to the other place you need to go. You can also check in the line faster. Like if you go through Korea to go to the Philippines, what I really liked in Korea was those people worked really hard to find all the handicapped people they could, and they would put them in wheelchairs and take them everywhere they wanted to go. It's kind of like, it was a big deal for the helpers to help the old people. It's very important to them. And so they were, even people that didn't need them, they say, no, sir, you senior, I can't remember the word they used, but basically saying that, oh, you're an elder, please sit here, we will take you. That's what Korea was. And so, Tim is absolutely right. Just put down on your ticket that you're handicapped all the way through, and you really don't need a mobility scooter. If you do that, and you just ask them for transportation from one terminal to the next, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. And the other good thing, which Lorelai really liked, was she got to go with me everywhere because I was handicapped, right? So they didn't leave her behind. My wife got to tag along, which she appreciated. She appreciated very much getting to tag along. So, in Korea, they should give you a helmet. Oh, I know, right? But in Korea, they were. I was sitting there watching them, and there was a crew of people showing up with these wheelchairs. And they were going up to all these people saying, oh, yeah. And some of them looked like, I'm not old, I'm not handicapped, but, But then for us, they put us on this golf cart because we were at Incheon. And Incheon's a big-ass airport. And I was so grateful because the first time I went through Incheon, I walked it in 2013. The last time we went through there, we did a golf cart, and I was really thankful. I forgot how far that freaking place was. So, but you can do it. You can do it, Pat. You might save the $700 and just tip the people. Because one thing I do when I get wheelchair assistance, like when we came back from the Philippines last time, I got an old guy, and he brought me from the Philippine plane all the way out of XNA, all the way through. I gave him $20, for doing all of it, and I thought that was a cheap deal. He helped us through the customs, everything, They make sure Brother David sign up for, I will. I got that, and I'm going to do that tomorrow. I will, so. Well, all right, my friends, it's after 10 o'clock, so I better get off of here. But I appreciate everybody. Pat, I appreciate the information. Tim, I'm glad you're feeling better, my friend. I hope you stay healthy and wealthy and all that good stuff. And I hope everybody else in the background is doing great and having a good time. So we appreciate everybody. But let's sign off of here for tonight so I can go to bed. And we appreciate everybody. Everybody have a great day in their world. And Lily, calm down. So, all right, guys, we will see you make money on. I need to make money. Really. I mean, that's why I do YouTube, because I can make money. Good night, everybody. See ya. Thanks again, everybody.